strange.
I just hope they get to work together again.
Part of his complaint is that because of all of this, he has not gotten work, right? So to that end, he doesn't have any credits on IMDb coming up. He hasn't done anything since It Ends With Us, and she's done 4 projects. And I don't know if that lends any credence to his case or not, but he's not working, and she is.
Yeah. Well, obviously we'll be following this, see what happens. All right, congrats to our buddy Johnny Knoxville and longtime girlfriend Emily Ting. They got married over the weekend. Alongside pictures of the happy couple, one with director John Waters, who officiated the ceremony.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. The Jackass star wrote, "It seems that I have a lot of news lately, but there is no news bigger than this. Today, Emily and I got married, and I'm the luckiest, happiest fella in the universe." Ting is a Los Angeles-based costume designer who worked on Jackass Forever in 2022, and they were first revealed to be a couple later on that year, so they got married.
This is his second marriage?
Don't know.
Third.
Yeah, third. All right.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was married 95 to 2008, and then to a woman named Naomi Nelson from 2010 to 2024, just last year. They got divorced, and now he married Emily.
Gotcha. All right, so actor Liev Schreiber was admitted to a New York hospital Sunday for tests after suffering a massive headache and alerting his doctor about it. By late yesterday, he was released, with a rep issuing a statement that said, out of an abundance of caution, Liev went into the hospital for testing, and as of this afternoon, he's been cleared to return to work. It's not the actor's first time dealing with headaches. In April 2024, Schreiber said a migraine led to him having temporary amnesia while performing on Broadway, which a neurologist later diagnosed as transient global amnesia. No further details on Schreiber's condition were made available.
And somewhat related but bizarre situation. Have you ever I had a thing happen on Friday evening. I was asleep, and I was clearly dreaming that I was paralyzed, completely paralyzed. Wow. Have you ever had that dream where you couldn't move at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was so...
It's terrifying.
Terrifying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it where I've been, like I've said it before, where I've had a lucid dream and wanted to wake up.
Yeah.
And I'm paralyzed trying to revive myself. And it's very, very scary. Yeah, without question.
I'm there like this. And then I know this is a dream, but I can't move.
And by the way, I going back to Liev's story, I went to the hospital one time because of a severe headache.
Yeah.
It was so bad. You remember they gave me Dilaudid.
That's right. Yeah.
And then after that, they gave me a second round of it. And if you get a second round of it, they can't stop the nausea. And so I puked for hours after that too, with a migraine, which is counterproductive.
That's the best situation when
terrible.
You have the troika, when you have raging diarrhea, vomiting, and a profound headache. It's just a little slice of heaven.
Fortunately, I didn't have diarrhea along with it. It was just puking.
Well, you could ask for that.
Yeah, next time. But anyhow, yeah, the bad headache, nothing to mess around with for sure. So Tom Cruise scored big at the 2025 Governors Awards, but some fans were left scratching their heads on how familiar his acceptance speech was. While making his remarks for his honorary Oscar, Tom talked about the magic of cinema, saying, in that theater, we laugh together, we feel together, we hope together, we dream together. Pretty standard stuff, to say the least, but what stood out to movie fans is that it sounded a lot like what Nicole Kidman says in her beloved AMC promo. So she famously stars in an AMC commercial that plays before every movie that gained a huge amount of traction with young viewers. And when the ad stopped being shown in theaters, fans demanded that it be brought back. She has many iconic lines from the ad, with one being, "We come to AMC theaters to love, to cry, to care." So other comparisons between Tom's speech and Nicole's monologue included points about movies bringing people together, how cinema transports you to new places, and feeling all the feels when the lights begin to dim. But I mean, it's just
Yeah, the kind of standard things to say about the theater experience. Not one of them mentioned the popcorn.
No.
Which blew my mind.
Also, I hate those commercials in the theater. Just start the freaking movie already.
They were talking case about, like, literally between commercials and trailers. You can get upwards of 35, 40 minutes before the movie's going to start.
Yeah, I think the last time I went, I checked the time when it began versus when the actual movie started. It was about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
It's insane.
Yeah, so, but then, and I like to show up before it starts. I want to get my seat.
Me too.
Spot. And then you sit there for a long-ass time waiting for that stuff to go through. It's very annoying.
Yeah, and now, like, when you have your assigned seats, it's not as big of a deal. Like back in the day when you needed to get there, make sure you got the seat that you wanted, you would have to get there early. But if I'm going with my wife, she likes to show up. I'm like, we don't have to do this. We're in seats D1 and D2.
Right.
There's going to be a half hour of commercials. Let's just call them what they are. They're commercials.
They are. They are. I do love the trailers. I love seeing the trailers. But to kill the time, I will bring my whittling equipment.
Yeah.
Which is always a time killer.
If it's
I bring a wood burning kit.
Yeah,
as well.
great.
Yeah.
If it's a Marvel movie, I don't mind the trailers as much, right? Because usually the trailers are a little exciting,
Yeah.
you know? But if I'm going to just check out like a regular film, I don't need to see a half hour of trailers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. All right, I have a little bit of news about Wicked. With the excitement over the arrival of Wicked for Good reaching a fever pitch, Ariana Grande may have found a way to ratchet it up even further. During recent Q&A with fans, she may have slipped about the possibility of another Wicked chapter. She was answering a question. She said, "You mentioned farewell tour. If we learn anything from Cher, we can count on there always being another farewell tour. So I don't think that anyone's going anywhere." When the moderator had asked Grande if she just confirmed a third Wicked film, she backtracked and said, no, I don't want to. She said, at first of all, I know that there's a great piece that's coming along with this coming out, and I think there's a piece that's felt because people will finally get to know the truth of these women, the full truth of these women.
If they were to continue the Wicked story, Casey, after the second one, and I know they padded everything to get 2 movies out of it, we would be squarely in the story for the Wizard of Oz. Would we not?
Yep.
So then they would essentially be remaking the Wizard of Oz.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Could you?
Well, unless there's another perspective to have from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they took the perspective of Glinda, what's going on while all that drama is happening, you know what I mean?
How about let's see what happened with the Munchkins in their town? They left. The Munchkins are just chilling. What happens in that town?
Well, so that's kind of where this movie is heading. It is
The boring Munchkins?
No, it's going to happen alongside while Wizard of Oz is happening.
I see.
Oh, okay.
Too Munch, Too Furious?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so in other Ariana Grande news, Johnson Wen, the Australian influencer, grabbed her at the Singapore premiere, is behind bars now. Yesterday reportedly pleaded guilty to one charge of being a public nuisance and was sentenced to 9 days in jail.
Singapore don't play.
Yep, absolutely. So the district judge told Wen, who has a history of similar attacks, that his act was premeditated and showed a pattern of behavior, which suggests that you will do it again. He said Wen told the judge that he won't do it again and that he was going to stop getting into trouble.
If you saw the footage, she freaks, rightfully so. It's hey.
Yeah, he was super aggressive as he ran up, so I could see why she would be really concerned because you never know when somebody might do something stupid.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like stupider than what this guy did. All right, Nintendo has unveiled the first images from their live-action The Legend of Zelda movie, showing Bo Bragison as Princess Zelda and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth as Link in full costume, pointy ears included.
I like what I'm seeing.
The photos don't share a ton, but they do capture the pair in a green field, and Zelda is holding a bow and arrow. Directed by Wes Ball of Kingdom of the Planet of Apes and The Maze Runner, the film is set to hit theaters on May 7th of 2027. And the producer had said in a statement, "It will take a while until the release, so we would be grateful if you would wait patiently and look forward to it." So hope they do it right, man. It would be great to get a very cool live-action version of The Legend of Zelda.
If they do it right, they can have a franchise.
Yeah.
If they do it right.
Yeah, because there's a full franchise of games.
Yeah.
So you could play off of any one of those down the road. Adam Sandler is the subject of a very special My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman. The episode...
You got to have that.
Yep.
The episode is considered a special rather than a regular episode. The fourth such special that Letterman has hosted, including those with John Mulaney, Vladimir Zelensky, and Shah Rukh Khan. And you can check out a special sneak peek of the episode. It's available online.
I did watch it. It looks very funny, very candid. He talks about bombing on stage in front of his father And the MC of the show actually went out of his way to make fun of Adam Sandler. And so that was a black spot. You know what I watched last night? On Netflix, I watched the Eddie Murphy documentary.
Oh.
Have you guys seen that?
I fell asleep to it on, I think, Friday night.
I love
We
falling
need to
asleep.
have a list of things that you have fell asleep to. Yeah, watch it. I fell asleep to it. the other night.
Oh, I love falling asleep to the Deer Hunter.
I had a friend of mine who was telling me he saw it and said it was more of just kind of like this was Eddie's career, and it
That's
didn't dive as deep as he had hoped it would.
No.
Yeah.
But it's still cool to see this guy who, was a kid who just always wanted to be famous and achieve that in the way he did. So it's in that way it works, but it's not as insightful as like the John Candy documentary or anything like that.
When you fall asleep to something, when you go back to it, where do you pick up?
Where
Or do you start from the beginning again and try and catch the whole thing without falling asleep?
No. Where I remember leaving off.
Okay, so you do try to,
So with this one, I recall Charlie Murphy being a part of it in the beginning. So
He's throughout it, and obviously he passed away.
Yeah, so I will probably start right after his first appearance.
All right.
So you fell asleep towards the beginning of it?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So you could still watch the whole thing. And
Yeah.
All right, speaking of all these Saturday Night Live alums, SNL has revealed its full December lineup with Josh O'Connor, Ariana Grande, and Melissa McCarthy set as upcoming hosts. O'Connor will make his SNL debut December 13th alongside musical guest Lily Allen, who returns for the first time since 2007. Grande will host on December 20th, marking her third time in the role and continuing her long history with the show. And she'll be joined by Cher, who last served as a musical guest more than 35 years ago, though she did also perform on the SNL 50 anniversary special earlier this year. I prefer it when a musician, when they're hosting that show, that they have another musical guest.
I think so.
I think it can be a tad bit pompous when you're the musical guest.
It pulls away also, I think, from the whole thing.
So I'm glad to see that Ariana is going to have Cher as that.
By the way, she's a tremendous guest host. Some of her...
Ariana?
Yeah. The last one was terrific. I mean, she's very funny and comedic. Well, she does
great impressions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's Josh O'Connor?
I was hoping you guys would know.
Is he the he's not the sexiest man.
I don't know. Nick is now looking that up as we speak. So he is from
God's Own Country? I don't know what that show is.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's in Challengers with
Zendaya.
Zendaya, yeah. And
All right.
I
He
guess
was in the movie Emma. So
he was in the latest Knives Out mystery.
okay.
Oh, so that just came out.
Yeah, trailer just came out for that. All right, so anyhow, as previously reported, McCarthy will host on December 6th, joined by musical guest Dijon. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, it's a-
D-I-J-O-N.
Yeah.
It's a good mustard.
Yeah.
It's one of the best mustards.
Yeah. What are your
I
thoughts
actually
on-
like it when it's good, like grainy Dijon.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. I mean, it's different
On
than
a
your
hot
standard
dog?
brown mustard. Yeah. I like
Yeah.
it.
What are your thoughts and feelings on Dijonnaise?
I can take it sometimes for the right, like for a burger. Dijonnaise solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
How about
put it
you?
on an open wound,
Okay.
and it works very well.
Sounds like it would sting.
No, well, after the initial sting,
It's,
it cauterized.
so does,
Yeah.
alcohol and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's good for you.
It's good for you.
Ooh, it stings. I can feel it working.
Yeah.
What is that?
That means the Dijonnaise is working.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Tegrin.
Yeah. All right, one last story, and then we'll move on to the clips. Tom Segura has finished shooting his new special, Tom Segura Teacher, and fans of the comedian won't have to wait long to see it, as it will hit Netflix on December 24th. It is his fifth original with the streamer, continuing a partnership that began with Completely Normal when that was licensed back in 2014. Segura has stayed closely tied to Netflix, which also hosts his sketch series Bad Thoughts, and it's set for a second season next year.
Did you end up catching any of Bad Thoughts, Preston?
I did not.
There's this one skit of the many that are completely bad. I mean, in the best way, wrong. Where his penis just keeps growing to ungodly levels.
Yeah.
And the prosthetic penis that they use is effing hilarious.
Okay.
Because it's wrapped around his shoulders and everything, and it becomes a curse after a while.
Got to see it.
We'll get him on before the year is over. I just love his stand up.
Yeah, terrific.
All right, we're ready for some clips here, folks. So Jordan Childs is one of 6 contestants still competing on this season of Dancing with the Stars. And here, the Olympian compares these performances to her gymnastics routines.
Being able to still interact with the crowd and the music, it's still the same. It's like doing a floor routine, but just in heels and having a dance partner. But I had fun. I had the opportunity just to like let loose, smile more, laugh, stick my tongue out, do different things.
Shut the f*** up!
So hearing that voice, we just had Chris Kattan on that long ago.
Yeah.
Reminds me of when he portrayed Carrie Strug.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Hilarious.
New episode of Dancing with the Stars airs tonight.
Or did he play like Kip Strug, Carrie's brother?
Oh, the brother. Yeah, that's right. They were
Either
both.
way,
Yeah,
dude,
it was
that's
hilarious.
exactly what that sounds.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next clip. Elphaba, the future Wicked Witch of the West, and her relationship with Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, in Wicked for Good. That's just a statement, I guess. That's what it says here.
Yeah.
All right, so her...
She came down in a bubble, bro. Okay?
In a bubble.
and a crown. Here, Bowen Yang talks about the film. Here we go.
Keep unpeeling the layers of the story. It is never ending. There's an allegory for almost everything that's happening in the world right now. There's something that this movie says and addresses about those things. So I encourage people to just keep reading that text, keep watching the films, keep listening to the music. It still has, all these years later, to me at least, it still has that really beautiful effect where I just think about how the world works and how you have to know yourself before you let the world tell you what they think you are.
Wicked for Good opens this week. A lot of people excited about that.
I enjoyed the first one. I watched
Yeah.
it twice.
You think of theater this one or no?
It's a good question.
Be a good visuals, right?
Yeah.
On the big screen.
I saw the first one at home. I watched it on my phone, Preston.
Yeah.
And I thought it was awesome. No, maybe I should get out to the theater for the second one.
Yeah, I would wait, though. Let all the theater kids go see the first
All
one.
right, because there's a lot of singing. That's the joy. I dance around the theater. It's what I do.
Do you mean that it'll be packed,
It'll
or
be, and
or
by
people will be singing during the movie?
I think people will be spirited. So if you just kinda
Whisked away.
Yeah, whisked away. So I think if you want to go and do it on your own terms, maybe wait a week or two.
Okay.
Do you know if there are any wicked popcorn bucket thingies? Because they come out sometimes with.
You know what? No, I haven't seen anything about that. And
I like the
popcorn bucket thing was like for a stretch there every movie, and it's kind of now hit or miss. So, but that would be a good. That would be a really good
Do you
subject.
know what's the first one that they tried and it did not work out well? It was for the movie The Accused.
Oh,
It made no sense. It was in bad taste.
okay.
I met a woman the other day. I was at the Predator Badlands premiere, and there's a woman that, these buckets are free refills.
Yeah.
So she just brings the bucket home, and then when she goes to a lot of movies, she brings the bucket with her.
To any movie?
So she bought one bucket of popcorn 5 years ago.
You can bring Predator Badlands to Wicked?
Well, no, it's just a pretty standard.
Do you remember what it was? Was it a promotional for another movie?
It was just a regular bucket.
It was a refillable bucket.
It was a refillable bucket that she just brings with her.
That takes effort, and I applaud it.
Yeah.
That's good work by her.
There's a little bit, there's a couple of merch things here, Steve. There's a Wicked for Good popcorn bucket that is a music box.
Yeah.
And then there's Elphaba's collector combo and Glinda's collector, not Glinda's collector combo. And that's a cup and a popcorn bucket as well. But I don't know if those are, what they're made of or how collectible they are. But anyhow, they do have some items.
I think I want the music box.
Exclusively.
Yeah. I'll put it next to my Wolverine head.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, there's your entertainment report, folks. And we need to take a break because we got a lot going on. We have several guests who are going to be on the program today, including Gillian Anderson. She'll be jumping in, talking about Monster Mania Con, which is coming up the 21st to the 23rd. And Murr, James Murray of Impractical Jokers, going to be performing Stress Factory, Valley Forge Casino on Thursday. So we'll chat with them and a few other things as well. Stay put. B. Brang wanted to share with us, right?
Yeah, so it was somebody sent me a text, and it was, somebody that I am friendly with, like not like one of you guys where, if the type of text messages that we send each other. But I needed to drop something off to this person. And I, basically was saying, I apologize. I had COVID, was stuck in the house. I'm going to, get this stuff to you. And so he says, well, how are you feeling? What I wanted to text him was that I got, and I've said this to you guys, COVID kicked my ass. I got my ass kicked, What I sent him was that I got my ass licked.
I got my ass licked.
And
how you feeling? Well, I got my ass
pretty good. I got my ass licked.
Oh, and it's all worth it.
I mean, it was kind of bad at the beginning, but once the ass licking started, it turned for the better.
I mean, I've heard of rim jobs before.
Wow.
I mean, fully changed the, I guess it auto-corrected to licked, and I didn't realize, sent it, and then, I didn't, hear back, so, and I went back and pulled up my text and looked, and I was like, oh, my God. Oh, God, what do I do? And then I just put kicked and sent that and just didn't say anything else.
And no response back, or
no, he didn't really address it.
Kathy,
he just
there's
said,
someone on the phone for you.
no, he just said, no worries, whenever you feel better.
Listen, was that an invitation? Because I would like to follow through on that.
So this is just more of just an acquaintance, right?
Listen,
professional?
Yes, yeah.
Professional ass licker?
No, I mean, you know them more on a professional level as opposed to a personal level?
Yeah, they own a business, and I go to the business and purchase.
Why would she mention she had her ass licked?
Oh, my God.
I don't understand.
Santa's coming over right now.
My mouth is pretty moist. I could do that.
Oh, God, ew. Oh, God.
There are some things that are absolutely astonishing as when you listen, that you wrote kicked. I'm sure you.
I did.
Right. So why is that not perceived as an actual word? I've had it happen.
I think they were just trying to pull a fast one on you.
Yeah.
I think technology was
ass licked. Yeah, it's built into the algorithm.
The autocorrect feature is bizarre, though. I don't know. My mom sent me a text right before Christmas, and she wrote, I bought Ben some ski dicks from Buckman's and a U.S. National Parks wall map and push pins. And then her follow-up text was, good God, that is ski socks. Ski socks.
Do you ever put your feet in a nice pair of dicks?
But I'm sure my mom felt the same way as you, Kath. It was just and at least it was to me, not to
right,
a minister
exactly.
or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think that was.
Though, it's just why? Why is it changing?
Well,
that?
my question is, if it is a legitimate word, legitimate in the context of the sentence, what makes it change it? I've had it.
Yeah.
I think she probably accidentally misspelled it, and you didn't notice. And it went to licked instead
K
of
and L are right next to each other, and Nick, as far as ski dicks are concerned,
yes.
D and S are right next to each other, as is the O and the I. So I think there's most likely on your end of things, Nick, that was a misspelling and not an autocorrect. Because why would they autocorrect from socks to dicks?
Thanks for checking in. Would you like to lick my ass?
It licked my ass.
Oh, my God.
That's great.
Great to hear from you.
You would. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with this story, because last Thursday I got a message from a friend of mine who works at Headstrong Foundation, and he was letting me know that a friend of mine is going to receive some financial
ski dicks.
No, some financial assistance for his daughter who is suffering from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was responding to somebody else when I wrote LOL to this guy when he's telling me about.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. So I go, he's like, he's going to get
That's
this.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Cancer.
Laugh out loud.
That is funny.
And I was like, oh my God, how do I? And I was like, no, I mean, it was totally meant for somebody else. And I can't find out who I was trying to say LOL to, but I can't believe I responded.
I mean, at this point, I think everyone, even the best person with the greatest amount of accuracy has experienced that mistake. That whether you're misspelling and it turns to lick or whatever, or the an emoji that's an incorrect emoji that you didn't want to hit, but it is you. When
the
it
laughing
happens,
emoji.
you're like, oh my God, and you almost mentally try to reach out and pull it back, but you can't.
Hey, what does this mean? Somebody texted in and said swipe keyboard or regular tapping keyboard.
Oh, so with the swipe keyboard, you can just basically keep your finger on the keyboard the entire time and not lift up.
Oh, and it sort of helps you spell out words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then tap is just like the regular.
Do you have that option on an iPhone?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Oh.
Where you can just keep your finger and move from letter to letter.
And if you pause long enough, it will.
I don't
generate
use it.
Or
Yeah, I've attempted it. I've tried it, but I'm so used to the other way that I just keep doing it the other way.
It's the number one preference for salad tossers, Preston.
I really need to use. I need to use voice to text more often.
Me too.
I don't trust it.
That makes mistakes
Yeah,
too.
that's-
I know it makes mistakes,
Yeah.
but if I do have to write a fairly voluminous amount, a longer one, I'd rather dictate it and then go back and maybe fix the mistakes.
I'm very good at that, and I make sure that I include all the appropriate punctuation.
Yeah,
which
you gotta do
drives
that.
me
Right.
crazy.
Sure.
You know what annoys me about that, though, is if you stop in the middle of a sentence just to gather your thoughts and then you start again, it starts with a capital letter. So then there'll be a capital letter in the middle of the sentence, and I can't send that.
Well, do you know
It
what
annoys
works,
me.
Kathy? If you can, first write it longhand, then type it, then print it.
Pierre loves voice to text, and he likes to voice to text while he's driving. And Pierre has a tendency to sometimes be a bit long-winded.
No.
And so his texts are also long-winded.
And so the year is 1983.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, I
Okay.
wrote him a nice text on Friday. I thought he had a great show, and I was just like, "Hey, man, it was really cool to listen. I was in the car a lot. I got to listen to a lot of your show. It was awesome." And he didn't respond, which is also fine with Pierre. And then he wrote back yesterday, and it was like 6 paragraphs long. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it was nice of him to respond. It's just.
Will we ever forget the tragedy of the Donner Party?
What?
The problem with me and voice to text is I can't think of what I want to say as I'm saying it.
I mess it up too.
I'm like,
That's what I mean. And then you want to
here
pause.
is the thing. I would like to say to you these words, and I'm like,
Well, so it gives you the option to review it.
I know,
Right?
I know.
Yeah.
But just when I'm typing it out, I know exactly what I want to say. But when I'm
My
saying
friend
it,
sends the voice
Would you
messages.
be interested in licking my butt?
It licked my butt.
Damn it! It said.
So my friend sends those voice where it's just like you can just talk and then it.
Todd Glass did that for Casey last week, and he did it for a reason. I forget what it was, but your voicemail was full or something like that. So he sent you voice text.
I guess my voice. I don't have my voice.
Do you get
never
that
check my
from
voicemail.
anybody?
I have.
With any
I
degree?
had just a handful, but not any regularity.
But
I
I'm
don't know
not good
anybody
at sending back then. Like when I send it back, I'm talking like I'm doing voice to text,
Right.
but it's just like a regular message.
Hi, this is Kathy. I was busy. I couldn't get your call. I was inviting a stranger to lick my ass.
Kath, who were you texting this, by the way? I forget.
What
She didn't
that I
say.
got my ass?
Licked. Yeah.
Yeah, it was somebody. I have some things I need to drop off at this business, and it was the business owner.
It's so funny though, and it's Kathy, the abject terror you experience when that happens. It's like, and there's nothing. Everyone has made the mistake. It doesn't matter when you've done it, especially on that level. How many times it happens constantly. I forget who I told I loved dearly and used the nickname I use, Spoogie or something that I use on my wife. And the question mark came back, and I'm like, oh no,
Son of a bitch.
because my big mistake is that I don't look. All right, so I texted, and then I got 1 or 2 texts from the time that text occurred, so that Claire is no longer the top person on my text chain, and so I'm responding now to whoever was last in, and I always make that mistake.
What sucks is when you are you get a word wrong and then you type what you think is the correct word, fixing it, and you have typed an incorrect word again.
Yes.
And if you do that 2 or 3 times, it's like, what the hell
Right, and then that
is
becomes-
happening?
That becomes the default sometimes. If you type it enough,
Yes.
the bad spelling, the incorrect spelling becoms the default for what they think.
And
the
it
phone
does,
thinks.
and then you got to break that nightmare. I would think a lot of times, and then it'll give you, and then you have to, X out of the word that's popping up. I'm like, no!
I hate that. Especially if you're using curse words. And I understand why curse words are going to come up as incorrect, because you don't want to accidentally send that to someone who doesn't need to be seeing
By
that,
the way,
or
though,
you don't intend to see that.
They should put that. They should put curses in, or allow you to put curses in.
Well, I mean, listen, you can if you wanted to. When you do like the abbreviated keyboard or whatever.
Yeah.
So
you can change ducking.
You can change ducking, or like if you just wanted to, like, okay, if I type the letters FFF, it's just going to turn into
Forget You Dad.
Forget You Dad.
It's going to turn into what?
Whatever you want it to be. So, like, for instance.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
you're setting up a code. Okay.
I send my wife a text every single morning, and it's the same thing. And when she's mad at me, she goes, "Oh, thanks a lot for doing the quick text." But if I just type in the letters I, that comes up, and it just says, "Good morning, I love you so much."
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can do that, like if you typed, but it's
Lick my butt.
You can do a shortcut where, if you want to say F you, if you just type in the letters FF or FFF or whatever.
Where do you go to set that up?
You got to go to settings, keyboard, shortcuts.
Eat a bag of sticks.
But I do that for like my address, right? Rather than typing my address out every single time when I need to do that, I just type in the letters of my house the numbers of my house, and my address comes right up.
That's cool.
By the way, here's a text that says, I use voice to text so often that sometimes I accidentally dictate punctuation when I'm leaving a voicemail. So they're like, "Hi, John, comma." They'll actually say that leaving a voicemail.
I haven't gotten that bad, but I've done fairly lengthy texts with the speech app, and it works well.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does. You do have to be on your game. You can't slip up once, because if you go through a 3 or 4 sentence thing and you screw up, then you got to start from the beginning. You can't jump in again and fix the part that's wrong.
By the way, here's a text that says, "Hi, I wanted to RSVP for the ass licking party."
Polite.
Kathy, is there room left?
Stop it.
How did you beat COVID? Well, I used an unconventional treatment.
It's very unconventional.
The trick is finding a doctor willing to do it.
Casey, I think you saw the guy that's the president of that club down the shore this past summer. He had a big white truck and sat on the back.
Yeah, I eat A.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I was like, where are you going with this one?
All right. Well, that sounds like it was fun for the recipient.
WMMR.
All right. Thank you very much, Marissa. So, you know what? It's time to walk the streets of Philadelphia.
Scoobly wow wow, he's the beat behind the meat with the oh-so-lickable feet.
Lickable.
Yeah, I'm trying to up the ante here.
Gotcha. I appreciate that. Well, something very exciting is happening this evening in our city at the Kimmel Center. They're going to award the Michelin stars tonight.
It's been a nail biter for a lot of people.
Would have held on to this information until the connoisseur, but I mean, we're going to have to reveal tomorrow what the results are. Marissa's going. You going to the event tonight, Marissa? I saw you answer an email about that.
I did, and I'm very excited.
Gotta be, right?
Yeah.
If you're a betting woman, Marissa, who do you believe? Which restaurant do you believe?
Well, before we get to that,
you have some
I
potentials.
have a list of potentials that I'm going to make the crux of this particular conversation.
Right.
So, Marissa, I will get your opinion when I reveal these in just a moment, if that's cool with you.
After the cruxing.
Yeah, is there will there be food at this event, or
will milk be made available?
Yeah, so this is like the big event for the Northeast region. Like the people from Boston, New York, Washington, D.C. will all be at this. So you want to come, Case?
But he's wondering if they're going to have, if it's going to be catered.
Yes, yeah. You want to come and eat the snacks?
No.
It's Five Guys.
Oh, dude.
I'd be there for Five Guys.
I'd be there for Five Guys or Smash Burger or something.
So just a real quick brief history on, and I know we've talked about this before, but the Michelin star and what it all is. The guide was created in 1900, by the way, by brothers and tire manufacturers Andre and Edouard Michelin as recommendations for motors traveling in France. And it was updated in 1926 to add the 1, 2, and 3-star ratings. 1 star is worth a stop on the way, 2 is worth a detour, and 3 is worth making a trip specifically to go to the restaurant. And today it includes over 40,000 eateries in 24 countries and territories. Restaurants have to undergo multiple inspections by anonymous reviewers test the food's quality, flavor, cooking technique, consistency, and how a chef's personality appears in the food.
There we go. I wonder how many of these anonymous testers they employ.
Thousands.
Most restaurants don't get more than 1 star in the initial review, and they can gain or lose stars over time. But the Michelin Guide is not an award system without criticism. Only 6% of Michelin-starred restaurants have women-led kitchens, according to a study from food magazine Chef's Pencil. And a black chef didn't earn a star until 2022. And despite its worldwide reach, there's also no guide in India or Africa, and Japanese cuisine only began receiving stars in 2007.
Isn't this wild? Because we just had a couple of connoisseur segments where I think the top, like half of the top restaurants mentioned, I forget what the categories were, but they were all in Japan. I think steakhouses was one of them.
Yeah, they definitely sort of received. They were French-based restaurants in Japan that were getting Michelin stars, yes. So the final results won't be revealed until tonight. Restaurants in Philly that could be contenders, according to Philly Voice. I have a few of them here. And Marissa, I'm sure you know each and every one of these, but feel free to chime in on any of this. But they're saying that Kalaya in Fishtown is up for one, or could potentially. These are just, guesses.
Yeah, Nook has been highlighted a lot internationally around the world. She is the chef, and she's new to like the cooking, the culinary world, but her restaurant Kalia is getting lots of nods.
Royal Sushi and Izakaya.
This is my pick.
In Queen Village.
That's your pick.
Yeah, Jesse Ito is the chef there, Casey's man crush.
Yeah, I feel like Jesse and I should be friends.
You should be.
How do you know him?
Just through social media.
Okay. You follow him?
Yeah. And I like him. I like his personality.
You like the cut of his jib?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
How did you start following?
Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea.
So you ever had the food? I'm just
Never.
curious what the... Okay.
No. Just him as a person.
Okay.
Preston, it's the same way I ended up a jerk meat. It just
I
happened.
got you. It just
Yeah.
happened.
You just ended up there?
fall into it. Somebody says, yo, you ever heard of this?
Yeah, I think
And
I'm
they
into
say,
this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is some...
Yo, ever heard of jerkmate?
And I said, no, but I'm into it.
His restaurant, Royal Izakaya, is a regular... it's a sushi restaurant, but he hosts a special omakase in the back.
Which is what now?
It's when
so
Steve,
stupid.
it's when you literally like sit at the counter and the chef behind pretty much makes your meal right in front of you and like is making the pieces individually. So an omakase could be like 20 rounds of sushi. And they're just making it fresh right there.
Rock me omakase.
For you in particular?
Yeah,
or
so there's
are they
only
serving other people?
There's
or?
8 to 10 people total.
Okay.
And they're making the sushi, one by one and just serving it as it's literally being rolled.
Gotcha.
You say that's part of the sushi experience that you
It
enjoy.
can be. I mean,
is
it's like
watching them prepare it right in front of you.
Sitting at the bar. We went to Uka over this past weekend, and I made sure I went over and said something to the chefs at the sushi bar. I thanked them for the meal and everything. But when you sit at the bar, I love that. I love watching those guys work. It's tedious, cool, intricate work that they do.
As you know, I'm a sushi convert as of late, and I'm enjoying the experience. I go to Pud, Preston.
Pud.
That is my place.
I like when they use the knives.
Yeah.
It's just really impressive to see their slices
super sharp
and clanky.
Well, that's hibachi.
Yeah, I like that.
But not the when they're doing sushi, it's more
Surgical.
very surgical. Exactly.
Steve, when they make the little onion and it becomes a volcano and they like whistle.
They make the little guy that pee.
I love that.
Little guy. Yeah.
What a presentation.
All right. Also on the potential list is Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Rittenhouse. And so there's a few in Rittenhouse.
Yeah. Was there another Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
No, you're thinking of Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday.
It existed years ago, Casey.
University City, was it?
No, it was always in the same spot, right on like 20th and Manning, kind of. But
I'm assuming a brunch place, Marissa?
Steve, a restaurant, like a dinner restaurant.
Oh,
It's prefix, but the chefs there are getting James Beard nominations and wins, and the bar program's really amazing.
All right. They also have in Rittenhouse My Loop.
Ooh, my Lou.
Yeah. Or My Lou. The P is silent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, another spot. Amanda and Alex are doing amazing food there, and it's a really cool restaurant, like delicious. The bar program's wonderful, and they're only open during the week. They're not open on the weekends.
I wonder if, Marissa, at this point in your, because you're such a foodie and you have your Delicious City podcast, Are you like it when you walk into a restaurant? Does the sweating begin now?
Remember, her picture is up in the restaurant, in the kitchen of a restaurant.
I was on a panel over the weekend, the Inquirer Philly Food Festival, and Craig LeBon asked me the same question. And I have such imposter syndrome because, I don't know, I just like to go out to eat food. I like to go out to restaurants. I didn't think about the journalistic integrity behind it all.
I have a question about the name of the restaurant. It's spelled My Loup. Do you think they put the P on the end there just so you make it if you're not you sound like an idiot if you're not in the know?
So it's a litmus test.
Yeah.
When you come
exactly.
in, you make the call. Okay, put this guy by the kitchen doors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, you are adorable. My Loop.
Do you want a menu that has a game on it?
Here's some crayons.
It's the French word for wolf, Marissa. Does that have anything to do with it?
It's yes, and
So
it's
hungry
also
like the Loop.
the name of their dog.
So they named their dog after a wolf.
Yes.
Lulu.
Yeah, and he's a little Dachshund.
Is there
tiny
Dachshund?
Dachshund.
Yeah. That's me, Marissa. Years ago I said Dachshund on the air and I got ostracized.
In my brain as that because you said it wrong.
It's gotta
and
be.
Don't say it wrong. Don't say it wrong.
Hey, you know what I'll do? I'll call this place Loop.
Yeah.
And then you say Dachshund.
Great.
And then we'll both be good.
Dijon. We have a looper on the phone.
What did you say, Case?
I heard Dijon, and I thought you meant Bijan, like a Bijan frisé.
Dijon, just now when she said that?
Yeah.
No, that was the guy that's going to be on Saturday Night Live, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Earlier, we talked about that. All right, also on potentials is Vernick Fish in Logan Square in that area, and it's in the Comcast Technology Center.
Ooh.
Zahav, of course, we spoke to Michael Solomonov at Camp Out for Hunger.
Great guy.
And, remember, he was kind of like, I don't know, who knows, as far as the Michelin stars go. And I'm sure everybody is that way. They want it, but they also are not going to jump up and say, dude, we're a shoo-in for this,
Yeah, you are what you are, and that'll be that.
But
things that don't make sense.
He and his restaurants have already been incredibly successful, so we'll see if he ends up getting that. Also, Mawn. MAWN, the Italian market, is a Cambodian noodle house and potentially up for a star.
One of the best restaurants in the city, hardest to get into reservation-wise. Again, at that Philadelphia Food Festival, there was a line of like 50 people waiting just to get their little snack before they even open their hot box.
Mawn is the name?
Yeah.
MAWN, yep. Also, Her Place Supper Club, another one in Rittenhouse. Is a potential. And so this is owned by the same people that own My Loop.
Yes. Yes.
My Lou.
It started as like a supper club in New York where people would just like, you'd get a private invitation to like go to somebody's house, Amanda's house, to eat. And then it has now turned into a brick and mortar.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open a restaurant right next to My Lou named Skip To.
Yeah. Skip To My Lou, my darling.
And then,
I'll open one on the other side.
Preston.
It says, my darling.
Preston.
That's perfect.
The restaurant space right next to it is
Dude,
available.
It's available?
It's the old Irish pub.
Skip To. It's the old Irish pub, Rittenhouse? No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's right next door to that.
That's right across from Pud.
Yeah. You know that place. It's just down from Pud. Also on the list, potential is Park, Rittenhouse, Steven Starr restaurant. It's been there for a long time.
That's the only time I've heard Steven Starr's name in this conversation.
Yeah.
Huh.
And another name you know well, Vetri Cucina in Center City.
Which
Mark
means
Vetri
the wolf.
restaurant. No,
it doesn't.
I don't think so. But maybe, I don't know.
Hey,
I didn't
know how to say loop.
I didn't know
Kitchen,
loop
right.
meant wolf. But tonight, these are, we're going to find out tomorrow. And I don't know how many they are going to award.
There is no like limit or minimum. So my guess is we'll get maybe 1 or 2 1-stars, and I think we'll get a lot of nods, which are like their bib gourmands, which are kind of like restaurants that are just get like noticed. Acknowledgements, yes. But they're also building some new programs with Phil Abundance and Phil Abundance Community Kitchen.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So lots of cool stuff because of Michelin coming to town.
Hey, Marissa, were there any notable snubs? The only one that I think of is the Jean-Georges on top of the Four Seasons.
Well, so everything that Preston read is just predictions.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so there's nothing that's out
These
there
aren't
yet.
nominees.
Yeah.
No, these are
It's
just
conversations.
This is the guest
misunderstood.
from the Philly Voice that I read
Got it.
of, and listen, I do the segment The Connoisseur. But that's more for your average, everyday person.
You, Joe, the
You
guy
know.
who is hitting the 5 guys.
You want to step up the next level. Marissa's in the
you got to
know
go
for
to
that
the loop.
stuff. I feel kind of like an imposter when I do the connoisseur.
No,
on Fridays.
you're very good, but I think we tend to favor restaurants where there's a 1-page menu placemat that has the fish of the world.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. That's a bass.
Comes with crayons.
Did I mention on this show? I know I mentioned it to you guys off air, but Five Guys was my favorite go-to fast casual burger, but that is now in second place.
I know what it is.
Yeah?
You've said it a number of times. Smash Burger.
Smash Burger, I'm telling you.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
no secret in these quarters.
Yeah. Just get a plain old double cheeseburger. You don't have to get anything, no Dijonnaise or nothing on there.
No?
Just the burger and cheese by itself.
Is that the one in Brewery Town?
Radnor? It's a chain.
Oh, it's a chain,
It's a
okay.
chain, yeah. So the two that I go to, Radnor and then Marple Crossroads. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
All right. I have another
I
City
rest
Beat.
my case.
Another City Beat story.
That all of it, attorney?
Case closed.
I yield my time to 5 Guys.
Steve sent me this article, which was kind of interesting. The lunar module at the Franklin Institute, it's outdoor, it's out back, is apparently going away. The disjointed module does signal a farewell, apparently, after 49 years of the museum. It's returning to its previous spot, which is in Washington, D.C. Neil Armstrong's ride look-alike, a prototype, actually, that was used in preparations for several Apollo missions, was loaned by the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum in 1976. Wow, according to Derek Pitts, our friend over there, the chief astronomer.
Always like seeing it there. It's always like, ooh, I'm sad it's going away.
Yeah, so now they are, they've asked for the return. They've asked for it to go back.
Which one is it going to? Does it say?
It does not say, Nick.
There's the one in town. Yeah, there's the Udvar, I think Udvar Hazy or whatever it is, out by Dulles Airport, which is really cool. It's huge. And they have a few different massive hangars, and there's one of the space shuttles is in there. And then there's the traditional Air and Space Museum, which is right on the mall in Washington.
So I've seen this one out at the outdoors at the Franklin Institute. I did not know that it was official. I just thought it was a replicate.
That's what I thought.
Replication.
No, but it was actually
this was used. For prototype preparations. Now it may have it never. I don't know if it actually went up into space, but they used it. So they had all kinds of stuff. They had simulators, they had prototypes, they had things that they sent up or they just tested on the ground in our, on the Earth, but they sent up into space, and so there's all kinds of stuff they used, but this was officially used by NASA, so it's kind of interesting. According to Derek Pitts, he said all museums, when they're keeping track of their artifacts, set a period of time on how long it's going to be borrowed, and then they will ask for it back. He isn't sure what awaits the Grumman's Structural Engineer Test Module in D.C. The engineering prototype served to test how the parts and pieces would fit together in preparation for the real
They're going to turn it
Apollo
into
11 lunar module that
Tinsel.
took Armstrong to the moon. They're going to turn it into what?
Tinsel.
Into tinsel.
I like their plans, though, Preston, as for the replacement. They're putting a bronze statue of Clubber Lang, which to me seems in a rocky town. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, Rocky 3 is a movie that needs to be a little bit more celebrated.
Yeah, absolutely. And where are you going to do it if not to Franklin?
So to Derek, to Pitts, that doesn't make it any less special. On the contrary, he views the equipment as an epitome of the height of space exploration technology at the time.
Yeah.
He said it's proof that we successfully sent explorers to the moon and brought them back safely. For future generations of Philadelphians, this means no longer being able to see the model up close without leaving the city. People in D.C. won't be seeing this particular module either. There are currently no plans for it to be displayed at the National Air and Space Museum. So, Nick, I guess that's where they officially want to send it to, but they're not going to put it on display.
Do you know what I'd love to have the opportunity to do at least once is to get inside and see what it was like for the astronauts inside. Obviously, it was very confined. They were standing up the whole time.
Yeah.
But it looked, just to step inside one.
Yeah. I wonder if there's got to be somewhere that has,
I thought the
not only
Smithsonian,
that, or maybe a capsule that you
Right.
can get into too, just to get a feel for how, claustrophobic that actually, was if you were stuck in it, especially for any length of time.
It's amazing.
So for now, the Franklin Institute is considering an array of options for replacing the module in the backyard, but nothing is set in stone, Derek said.
How about a swim spa?
In the meantime, the museum's wondrous space continues to be an option for folks wanting to learn about space. So, yeah, I don't know if they've considered a swim spa or not, but Case, would you give them a thumbs up on that?
Yeah. Spacious. It can be warm.
Absolutely.
You can use it to either exercise or relax
Or just relax.
Or put salmon in.
You can put salmon in there if you want.
You can just start raising the farm-raised salmon
Why
right there.
not? We have thoughts, and no one ever comes to us for these things.
Yep. All right, another City Beat story. I saw this from Wallet Hub. Their annual list of the most sinful cities in the U.S. has just come out. Of course, I wouldn't be putting it in the City Beat if we weren't involved somehow or another. They compared 182 cities across the country on 37 indicators of evil deeds in 7 key areas that may sound familiar: anger and hatred, jealousy, excesses and vices, greed, lust, vanity, and laziness.
So the natural inclination is to think Las Vegas is at number 1 because it's Sin City.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is it in fact, Preston, I submit to you, number 1?
It is.
Oh.
Right.
Yep. Cities were rated on factors ranging from violent crimes per capita to excessive drinking to the number of adult entertainment establishments. And yes, Vegas was number 1, followed by Houston, Texas. That includes the 3rd highest number of adult entertainment establishments per capita, a high violent crime rate, and a high number of residents with gambling problems as well.
In Houston?
Yep. Number 3 is Los Angeles. Number 4, Philadelphia, gang. One of the most sinful cities in the country.
Listen, we have our work cut out for us, but I think we can go up at least a few notches.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You said this is per capita, though?
Yeah, some of those things were, it said adult entertainment establishments per capita and high violent crime rate. So, yeah.
Where do you think we're lagging behind?
Wow, that's a good question. So let me go through these again. Violent crimes per capita. Yeah, Casey.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good there.
It's excessive drinking.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good there, too.
Adult entertainment establishments per capita as well.
Probably could use a few more. We do have some, some very famous ones, but I think if you compare to like Vegas, there's a whole plethora of those.
Yeah, I don't know where we do. Maybe we need to excel a little bit more in our it says anger and hatred, jealousy, excesses and vices, greed, lust, vanity, and laziness. Maybe jealousy. Maybe we don't. Maybe we aren't jealous enough.
We need to get more jealous.
No, we're pretty jealous. I mean, listen.
Are we?
Well, yeah. You think about like how jealous we are of New York and Washington.
I'm not jealous of New York.
I don't know. So you posted something not that long ago.
Yeah.
Where you went to New York City and you posted pictures.
Yeah.
And you wrote in your comments, it's not as good. It's not as good as Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So you're not jealous.
This is what I mean. We often talk about how, like in the weather map, how you got New York and you got DC and Philadelphia. The cradle of liberty is not there. So that's I don't give give 2 rats asses.
Yeah.
About any of those cities, but some people do. They're like, yeah, what about us?
Yeah,
bro. Yep. But if we're looking to areas to improve in our sins, I don't know. That's just one that stood out to me. Do you think it would be anger and hatred?
We're pretty good there.
We're pretty good there, man.
Yeah,
pretty
I mean, we try to keep it real.
Dude, I watched this guy yesterday. By the way, I was driving behind this guy, and he stops to let this person out. Right? We didn't have a stop sign. We did not have a stop sign, and this person stops to give this person who has a stop sign the right of way. And the guy who had the stop sign was like, I'm at a stop sign. And he waves him on. Yeah. And then the guy flipped him off. I was like, what is going on? I'm like, you're an idiot. You're a moron.
I have a perfect example. There was a gal popped up on my Instagram algorithm, and she's from Philadelphia, and she said she had the most Philadelphia thing ever happen.
I saw this.
So she was walking across the street, right? She comes up to a crosswalk. Guy pulls up to the stop sign, waves her on.
Yeah.
She starts to walk across the street, rolls down his window, goes, you want to pick it up a bit? And she turns around, she goes, go F yourself. Yeah. And then they both started cracking up. I'm like, okay, right. Sure. Yeah, I get it. So after Philadelphia is Atlanta as far as most sinful cities.
There's a lot of strip clubs in Atlanta, isn't there?
Yes,
I believe so.
Seventh
Or at least
Vale?
world class.
Is the Seventh Vale in Atlanta?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'd have to check with girls. Raising hell at the Seventh Vale. I don't know. Pull up the lyrics if you would, Nick.
Let me look that up real quick.
All right. So Denver
it's in LA.
is 6. Oh.
Seventh Vale is a strip club in Los Angeles, and now I'll do the lyrics.
Yeah, thank you. See if there's any Atlanta references in there, if you would, Nick. Denver, Colorado. Marissa's home away from home. Then you have Miami, followed by Dallas, number 8. Number 9 is Phoenix, Arizona. And number 10, New Orleans. That's surprising.
I thought they'd be higher, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, that is
it's a party culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
Mardi Gras.
Drinking.
Mardi Gras.
I mean, I remember first time I went to New Orleans, all the signs I saw out in front of people holding up saying live sex on stage.
Yeah.
Live nudes.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, there are, as far as I can tell, 3 different strip clubs named in Girls, 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 the song. The first is Dollhouse in Fort Lauderdale. The third is Seventh Vale, which we just learned is in Los Angeles. The second is Tattletale in Atlanta.
Oh, Tattletale's in Atlanta.
So you were real close.
Hold on. There are definitely more strip clubs than that.
All right, well, those are the ones I read so far.
Which strip club is in Kitty Hawk?
Crazy Horse in Paris, France. Let's see. Then there's the Body Shop and the Marble Arch. The Tropicana is where he lost his heart. Remember?
Oh, absolutely.
So, there's a few more. But I thought there was Atlanta in there, Nick.
There is.
I thought you were where?
I just read it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tattletale.
Oh, Tattletale is Atlanta. Sorry. Rocking in Atlanta at the Tattletale.
I'm going to look that up.
Raising hell at the Seventh Vale.
Getting old and my feet really hurt.
You have to say hail in order to rhyme with veil.
Hey, we have a Tattletale up just off the Susquehanna River.
Well,
How about that? Yeah, Tattletale's Gentlemen's Club.
Tattletale's Gentlemen's Club.
Hey, would you want to go to a place that's going to rat you out? Tattletales.
Oh, Tattletales.
Right?
Yeah.
Hunlock Creek, PA.
Well,
Would you go to a strip club called Call Your Wife?
We have a strip club in Harleysville.
Do you?
Cloud 9.
Cloud 9.
Cloud 9.
I've never been there.
Yeah,
Really?
I think the guy I went to high school with owns that place.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's directly next door is a religious radio station.
Wow.
Can you not?
Cloud 9 in Harleysville.
Maybe they need to add that.
Next to the religious radio station.
Tattletale Lounge is still there in Atlanta, Georgia, by the way.
It's got some hotties on their website, Case.
Yeah, it looks like
Tattletale
it's
The Gash Hut in Souderton.
the Gash Hut,
Some are classier than others.
and that's in Souderton.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Speaking of classy, the Tattletales looks classy, Nick. As far as its dancers.
Well, it's the legacy of Motley Crue has lived on.
You got a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
The Vajamic in New Hope.
New Hope would not have a
They would
place
not
called
have the Vajamic.
No. New Hope is,
Way too classy.
yeah, we'll level up.
But the Gas Hut, on the other hand.
Well, it's in South.
Souderton.
Okay.
Tattletale Rock and Roll Lounge is what it's called.
In Susquehanna, near the Susquehanna
In
River?
Atlanta. No.
Oh.
Susquehanna.
All right, anyhow, those are the most sinful cities in the United States. Thought you would want to know. Case, I'm looking at the clock.
Yeah, we should probably
We're going
take
to wrap
a
this
break.
up. We have Gillian Anderson come by. We're going to ask her where her favorite strip clubs are.
Well, she is a resident of London, I believe. England. Yes, right
maybe she
now.
can
So, yeah.
steer us in that direction. I don't really know. All right, anyhow, wrapping up the City Beat. We're going to come back in just a moment. We will get to some bizarre file stories. And yes, in conjunction with that, we're going to talk to Gillian Anderson, who will be at Monster Mania Con, which is coming up 21st to 23rd. Take a quick break. Come right back. Stay with us.
Super fun.
That took place.
Well, maybe you'll see them in some sort of professional function, you know.
Much, Kathy. Well, if you guys didn't know, Kathy had the Rona. She got past it, but there are some lingering effects, and a lot of people have dealt with this lack of taste thing.
Would it be safe to say that it licked her ass?
I think it licked her ass. Now, if you don't know about that, she had texted someone that it kicked her ass and accidentally typed in licked her ass. And this wasn't a close personal friend either. It was more of a casual relationship. And
I love it.
Took it to another level. But so your sense of taste, at what point? Because listen, when you get a cold, when you get the flu,
it's standard that happens, but it doesn't linger afterwards. So did this happen at the onset of symptoms, or did this happen later on?
No, so I was like a few days into having COVID, and I had congestion too. So sometimes, like you said, like if you have congestion, you have a cold or whatever, like taste won't be there. So that's what I kept telling myself. I was like, no, I think it's that, because there was like a little bit still there. So like maybe it's just the congestion, like normal, and I'm not really losing my taste. No, and then flash forward, now we're a few weeks in, and my taste is, I would say my taste is like 0 to 10%. I don't know. Maybe today I'll see.
Yeah.
I thought maybe at one point it was coming back. I had yellow mustard. I told you guys this, but I don't know if it was like whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
You don't know if it was like the spices in the mustard,
right,
that,
exactly.
as opposed to its actual flavor.
Yeah.
It's like it's nothing you would be able to compare it to in life. I mean, it's such
So
a unique
weird.
thing to have happen.
Yeah.
And so for the most part, people have what they call the long Rona. Still, even they eventually get their taste back, but it can be a while.
God,
I've seen stories of people that have gone like a year without having taste. My grandmother, this was a long time ago, went years a loss of taste.
Is that right? What
and
caused
then
it?
It just came back.
Right.
I don't know. We never found out.
And now she's a food critic.
No, she's dead.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, she couldn't taste anything. And then it just came back around one day.
What's weird here, and not to like sound too alarming here, but there is something cerebral going on there, which is like a little bit scary, don't you think?
So I heard a doctor talk about it and why, and it all stems from the nose and like the blood vessels that are in the nose.
The nose.
And again, I just watched like a quick video, so hopefully that's accurate. But that's what he was saying, and like my sense of smell, I think I have a little bit of it. Like I would say maybe like 25%. Like if I stick my nose in something, I might be able to identify.
Well, they go
it.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, so your olfactory senses inform your taste to some degree. I don't know what the percentage is.
Hey, if you were going to lick someone's ass, now is
Yeah.
the time to do it.
No,
Kathy.
This is the time to do it.
We can give away mixed martial arts
do it.
tickets.
All right, so what we've decided to do, and actually it was Kathy's idea, we're going to do a taste test this morning of some various things and see if she can identify. Now they have various consistencies to them, so that might be a clue into what you might be tasting. But nonetheless, we want to see if you can identify. And some of these things are very strong flavors. We're not throwing anything.
All right.
You're not going to taste anything effed up. We're
Yeah,
not
like
doing
toilet water.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
You wouldn't
It's
know
all
what that tastes
legit.
like anyway.
It's all edible, and
Or
you'll
like,
be fine.
Is there a
foot
chance?
shavings?
Yeah,
None
foot
of
shavings.
that.
Thank you.
No,
Is there a
gross.
chance that this might, because of the wide variety to her palate, is it possible this might kickstart your taste back up?
Ooh.
Possibly?
I also read a lot about that. People trying to do that using like pepper, and there was another thing where if you like burn an
orange.
peel. Yeah,
Carter told me about it yesterday. He's like, "Ooh, there's this thing," and I saw it, and I was like, "Really?" And he goes, He goes, "Hang on." He looks at me, and he goes, "Oh, it's not real. Never mind."
Not real.
Yeah,
like people were trying it, but there's no scientific evidence that it works.
All right.
Hang on. Let me go to Steve real quick. Steve lost his taste. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, buddy. So, did you have Corona?
Yes, last year.
Okay, and how long has it been since you've been able to taste anything?
Over 400 days.
400 days.
Now, Steve, let me ask you a question, because you're not necessarily eating for taste anymore. Have you lost?
I am anger eating.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anger eating.
All right,
I
so
get
have you lost any weight as a result, or nothing's changed?
You know what? Everybody says, "Oh, you must have lost so much weight." I lost some in the beginning. I lost a lot. But as time goes on, I'm just anger eating. I'll buy Reese's Cups, and I'll be like, damn it, I'm going to taste these Reese's Cups. And I don't.
Steve, do you feel, and you're like constantly searching for it, right? Like you constantly, you're like, okay, let me try this. Maybe there'll be a little bit there.
Yeah, and the only thing is I have had twinges of, like, if somebody has like a lemon cookie or a lemon cupcake, I might get like the taste of lemon with the first bite, and then it's gone. Like there's just nothing.
Steve, so this would not affect though your hunger, right? Hunger is.
Oh no, of course not.
Yeah,
of course not.
Yeah,
that's the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
You still have to eat. You just have no joy in any of it. I'm like I always say it's like Captain Barbossa in Pirates of the Caribbean. They just want to watch Keira Knightley eat because they have no joy.
Right. They can't experience. Well, look. I mean, statistically, you should get a return, but and there's no guarantee it's going to be anytime soon. But man, my heart goes out to you.
I've tried the other things. Like my wife has been getting me to try this smell therapy where you smell coffee grinds, you smell oranges, you smell.
But they say that takes like years to actually kick in and work because it's supposed to be like based on your memory.
Yeah, it's really weird. And then I eat things because like pizza. I know what pizza tastes like,
right?
So I eat it. But now I'm more concerned with like texture. So I'll eat things that like I always want nachos because nachos have crunch, they have sauce, they have But December 9th, 2020 was my last day.
All right,
Steve,
man.
were you vaccinated?
Yeah, and boosted.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was all after. I mean,
I know there's connections to any of this stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel for you. Hang in there. Hopefully it'll come back around.
Preston, what about you, man?
If I
What
lost
about
my
you?
sense of taste,
Forget it.
I would be so upset.
It's so weird.
I find so much joy in eating. But I mean, I guess you... Wouldn't you switch to a healthier eating habit if you don't
I'm
care?
pretty healthy. You're pretty healthy too.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going crazy.
Right.
But like,
so
why
I
eat
eat
ice
very
cream?
healthy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
The
why
little,
Because of the texture.
the little treats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's the texture. Like Steve said,
But if
you're constantly searching for something. So like, yeah, you could sit there and eat healthy, but it's like you like. So for me, melted cheese, that texture.
Does that give you pleasure?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Right
like,
now,
It's like-
because I can't taste anything.
Can't
Like
you-
zero sugar ice cream. And
Yeah,
stuff like
can't you
that,
find
know?
something that like is
Will approximate it?
that
the
approximates the texture and that is not
Putty?
loaded
Yeah, you
with
could. Case, you could.
yeah.
All
Those
right.
are great putty.
Amy said she did the orange chicken at work.
All right.
Oh, well, if this is the case, then we
Let's hear
need
it.
to do this after the contest.
Yeah,
We'll try.
right.
Get an orange.
I would love to go to these calls, but listen, I want to go through this and see if she can identify these things or not. So let's give this a try. We're going to be drinking things, by the way. We're not going to be eating.
Oh my God, she's lost her
She's
sense of
dead.
balance.
She can't
She's
stand
dead.
up. You okay?
Tripped over her own headphones.
I had to move, and I tripped over my headphones.
Okay.
Oh, the headphones.
So we have all grabbed some things from our cabinets and refrigerators and brought them in. And I have the sheet here. Don't look over here.
Yeah, don't look.
She's not wearing her glasses.
No, she's getting blindfolded. She's blind and no taste.
And Marissa, are we putting the mask on her or no?
We're putting because
it covers up her nose.
Exactly.
So we have a
But
full.
I do want to try to smell it afterwards if I
mask.
can't taste it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we'll figure this out.
This is a legitimate. Should we be wearing goggles and lab coats?
So here's what we'll do. Marissa has put all these in numbered cups, little shot glasses, and Kathy's going to sip it, and we'll just have her guess. And I've got the list here, and then I'll reveal what it is, and we'll see if she gets anywhere near it.
Okay.
Password is.
Yeah.
So do you want me to put these goggles on?
Do you want to eliminate the smell as well
I
fully?
mean, listen, I can sip it. If you hand it to
Okay.
me, I can sip it without smelling it.
All right.
Because I want to see if my sense of smell is there or not afterwards.
All right, let's leave him off as long as it doesn't tip you off. So, Marissa, give her number one. We'll start with us. We can go in order. This is a good
Marissa, I don't know where you are.
order that we have, and she'll
Okay.
she'll put it in your hand. Okay.
Man, I can smell it.
Do you know where your mouth is?
Shut up. All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah, take a sip.
Don't smell.
All right.
And see
I'm
what
not
you
going to
think.
smell.
You can shoot the whole thing.
Don't smell.
Probably don't drink the whole thing. You need to save some room. Okay, so you getting any sensation?
Something. It's like, yeah, it's not water.
Okay, not water.
It's I want to say like a I want to say sauce, but it's not that thick, so
Okay.
it's not a sauce. But that's what I'm getting. Like I would something like a pasta sauce or something.
Pasta sauce. So she's guessing pasta sauce.
Okay, and what is it, Preston?
It's a sauce.
Wait. Let me smell it. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, she just spilled it on her
She
sweater.
just-
She just spilled it on the carpet.
Mackle farts.
You picked the wrong one to spill, too.
Yeah, you did. That's going to stain.
All right, get her sweater quickly. Kathy, take your top off quickly.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. You're legitimately handicapped.
I have to touch the boob.
Marissa, let me clean her.
By the way, go on YouTube now if you ever wanted to see Marissa feel up Kathy.
Oh, my God, dude.
I almost have it out.
Now go a little slowly.
I almost have it out.
There we go.
Oh, my God.
Preston, can you smell it on that side of the console?
No, not from where I'm sitting now.
Because I absolutely can, and the smell is very distinct.
Can I guess now?
Yeah, what is it?
Smell. Is it hot sauce?
No, it is not. Kathy, that is soy sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's way off, not even clear.
And by the way, she took a sip. Like most people would go, "Whoa!"
Yeah, it's soy sauce is very strong. It's very, very salty.
All right, wait.
And you could only handle a little bit of that straight, but she shot quite a bit of it. Yes.
All right, I can't see, so I don't want to spill it again. Marissa, where's my water? A little bit. All right, here we go.
Oh my God!
I need a piece of water.
Helen Keller had it
Okay.
together.
Let's go with number 2. Don't spill this one either.
You can do it.
The microphone is right in front of you, so don't hit it. All right.
Don't tip it or tilt it.
Take a sip of this and see what you think. All right. So, by the way, Kathy's lost her sense of taste. Let's see. We're testing this out on her, and if you're just tuning in, that's what we're doing.
All right.
A little thicker, isn't it?
Thicker and sweet.
Okay.
Oh, so sweet you could determine.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I honestly don't know what it is. I know it's sweet, and by the texture, I'm gonna say maybe like you put it. What the hell is it called?
Chick Chill?
The chocolate that you put on ice cream, like a
Hershey's,
like a chocolate syrup.
Yeah, like a chocolate syrup.
She got it right.
Whoa!
Kathy, lucky you that one of the things you can taste is chocolate syrup.
Honestly, if you're going to lose anything, and keep one thing, keep your ability to taste chocolate.
Did the texture help with that?
Yeah, I think. Well, that's why I think I was able to get
it. But you definitely picked up on sweet, and you know why you probably could? Because you just had really, really salty before that.
Right before it.
Okay, let's go with number 3 and try this one out. A shot of this one. Yep.
Jinx.
All right. We'll sip of this one. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Like this one.
Strong reaction from this.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Wow. So a big reaction.
Like it definitely triggered something.
Like prom night?
No, like some sort of taste buds in my mouth, but I have no idea.
Just describe. So
What it is.
sweet, savory. What is the reaction?
No, like vinegar, maybe.
She's right. Yeah.
But here's the thing,
It doesn't taste like vinegar.
No.
All right, let's get into the Bizarre File.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
All righty, before we dive into that, I will tell you who it is brought to you by our wonderful friends at Bud Light. And you can join Nick Thursday night, 7 to 9 p.m. for Bud Light Thursday night kickoff at Jersey Sports Bar and Pizzeria. That's in Glenside. And you get in for your chance to win a pair of Eagles tickets courtesy of Bud Light. So we will start with this story. I actually have a few food-related stories in the Bizarre File. So we'll start with this one. An argument about chickens laying eggs ended in gunfire outside of a pub in Florida.
This wasn't the classic question, was it?
I don't, to be honest, I'm not sure, Steve. So
Okay.
Officers were called to Harper's Pub in Port St. Lucie around 2:48 in the morning.
That seems like the proper time for a chicken fight.
After 44-year-old Peter Riera told 911 that he had been robbed and was being chased. When officers arrived, they found Riera holding a loaded handgun. 3 other people, 2 men and a woman, were also detained at the scene, and police said Riera fired 4 shots at the group as they ran, but no one was hurt. And according to witness statements in the report, the group had been talking with Riera, who they had just met that night, and referred to him as Farmer Pete, when a discussion about chickens and egg production escalated.
I'm dying to know what the discussion was.
One witness told police Riera became agitated, accused them of trying to con him, and later pulled out a gun on them.
Is there a classic chicken egg con?
Investigators found 4 spent shell casings in the parking lot. Riera was arrested and faces charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Imagine you're the cop trying to make heads or tails out of this.
And other offenses. An argument over a turkey at a Food Lion turned dangerous when customers pulled out their guns and started shooting each other.
People go
crazy. I have 3 of these stories. In North Carolina, the dispute ended with 1 man wounded. Investigators say the shots were fired after the 2 customers exited the store. The situation started inside the store when a customer began to argue with an employee over a turkey. Another customer stepped in, and the 2 customers began to argue and fight. One customer went outside to retrieve a firearm.
Wow.
When he started to walk back to the store, the other customer walked out. The two men exchanged gunfire, and one of the men was shot in the arm.
It's clearly less dangerous to fight over chickens.
The men have been identified as Mark Foy, who is 64, and Antonio Johnson, who is 55. They were charged with going armed to the terror of the public, a common law offense, and simple affray. Johnson was treated at a hospital for his arm, and his arm wound and details of his condition were not released.
It was a turkey fight.
We'll do one more story. I promise you 3 food stories. I know we have our guest on the line, but I promised, and I'm gonna deliver. So, a 63-year-old man was arrested Wednesday after police say he erupted in anger over dinner at a Miami assisted living facility and then hurled a 2-foot metal vase at another resident. Miami police identified the man as Osvaldo Nieves, who they said became enraged when the facility ran out of soup during dinner at the facility.
Well, I like soup.
According to the arrest report, staff members told officers that Nieves began shouting, stood up from the table, grabbed a decorative metal flower vase from the side of the table. He then threw it on the ground twice. When another male resident tried to step in and protect the 2 female employees, police said Nieves picked up the vase again and threw it at the resident, striking him in the right side of the chest and again on his left leg.
Which soup do you think is most likely to incite a violent rage?
Which of these foods?
Yes, yeah.
Man.
Soup. The soup.
Yeah. The victim suffered a cut on his chest and small puncture type of wound to his knee. The victim led Nieves toward a rear patio to protect the staff, and when Nieves continued to approach him, the victim punched him in the face. All this over soup! Officers wrote that Nieves then returned to his bedroom and fell asleep, and they said that the employee said that he frequently exhibits aggressive behavior, and he was identified by the victim and witnesses and then transported to a hospital before being taken into custody.
I'd make sure that there was plenty of soup on hand if he was at the facility.
Absolutely. All right, so 3 interesting food enragement stories to share
Interesting
with you.
/ insane.
Yeah. All right, and we're going to wrap up the Bizarre File a little bit early because we have a guest who is ready to join us. Where are we going for this guest? On the phone, Casey?
The phone, yes.
All right, excellent. So coming up, actually, this weekend is Monster Mania 65. And Steve, you've been to a number of these events.
They are phenomenal, especially if you want to meet your favorite personalities up close and personal, but they are just so well done. I'm going to be there on Saturday at 4 o'clock hosting a charity auction, but they draw people, luminaries such as our next guest.
Yeah, Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks, and everybody from Ralph Macchio and William Zabka will be there. Michael Rooker, who we love, Vincent D'Onofrio, Jackie Earl Haley, Thomas Jane. And yes, our next guest, hold on a second here, our next guest who is joining us now, please welcome the amazing Gillian Anderson to our program today. Gillian, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to talk to you. You're in England. It's the afternoon, obviously, where you are right now, yes?
Yeah, just the afternoon. How are you guys doing?
Doing very well.
Wonderful to follow a story about soup.
You know,
you got the prime post soup position.
I'm just curious if maybe those if Londoners are that crazy about soup or not.
I can't tell you, but how you doing?
We're doing good. Thanks for coming on. Gillian, you know, we were off air talking about X-Files and the phenomenon that show was and is. And to this day, does it surprise you at all about how passionate the fans are of that show? I mean, they still come out and just love everything about it. Is that surprising that something while you were doing that it took off and would hold this long?
I think the biggest surprise is the fact that it is continuing to attract all ages of audiences. I know a lot of, I've been approached by a lot of youth of the day saying that they are just discovering it or had been introduced by parents or grandparents. But, yes, that it still seems to still be interesting.
No, you raise a good point because it is definitely crossing generations, and there are actually at least 2 streaming services here in the States. I assume that they're probably global as well. I don't know. But one is specifically running nothing but X-Files. And you know, it's weird to
hear.
Is that true? Yeah. It just runs. I think it's on the Pluto platform. And, just X-Files.
Well,
Yeah, it's
amazing.
It's pretty wild. But what I think is fascinating is that it's still, I watch it. I was a massive fan of the show. It had that slow build, and then it really locked into the fan base. And obviously it's something, now you've gone on and you've been in amazing shows. I contend, Gillian, that you had the superior depiction. Your performance as Margaret Thatcher in The Crown.
Yeah.
Better than Meryl Streep. I
excellent.
said it. You don't have to respond. But
Goodness, thank you very much.
yes. So you've had a great career, but something like this, were you at all a fan of anything what would be called genre related when you ended up getting the X-Files initially?
I had seen Close Encounters, and I'd seen Star Wars by then, but Close Encounters, I think, probably had the biggest effect on me in terms of making, opening my eyes to the impact or even the emotional impact that genre can have. And I feel like I was incredibly moved and kind of riveted by Close Encounters. And that probably had the biggest effect on me and made me admiring of the genre.
It was such a brilliant show, and I have to ask you, just in the conditions, and this is speaking to the fan base who can come, see you in person at Monster Mania Con. Loving the show, watching the show, it always occurred to me that it seemed cold and misty a lot, and you were shooting in Vancouver. And I wondered, was it as grueling to shoot as it appeared to be from a spectator's point of view? It seemed like you were always in some inclement weather.
That would be correct.
That would be correct. The
thing about Vancouver is it's atmospheric, right? Because of the weather, and it's very, very green. But you can shoot Vancouver for anywhere. I think we had some episodes that were supposedly in Pittsburgh, in fact, but we were shooting in Vancouver, and we wouldn't have known the difference. But it's certainly the mood of the city, was a positive. It was a plus for us because it was a moody show.
Let me ask you, because obviously we were talking about the rabid fan base for the X-Files, and I assume that it's driven fans to do, or at least to display or take steps that might transcend the normal fan. What was the most extreme bit of fandom you've ever seen displayed from an X-Files fan?
Well, I don't know, but what happens when I don't do many Comic-Cons. I happen to be in the area, and because I recently I was promoting Tron, I signed up for the con, and you never know what the majority of the fan base is gonna approach you with, right? So, it could be Hannibal. I did Hannibal for a while, or American Gods. Or it could not even be genre stuff. It's not always just sci-fi stuff. I get a lot of people approaching, with my books or with anything.
It's a ton of stuff.
It doesn't necessarily. Yeah, it's particularly because fans don't often get to be face to face with their with the, what are we called?
Fans?
The object of their
fandom. Yes, it's safe to say it.
To be face to face with the celebs that they are fans of. So that's an opportunity for people to suddenly, be in front and ask questions and, get a signature on something. I've signed people's arms, got tattoos, and all different kinds of surfaces, shall we say.
Okay, right. I don't doubt it. Now, you have two new, you just worked recently with Ben Affleck, did you not?
I did, yeah.
And it's Animals?
Yeah, he directed a film called Animals, for Netflix. That's coming out with Kerry Washington and Stephen Yeun and a lot of other fabulous actors. That's coming out some point next year.
And if I'm getting this correct, December 4th on Netflix, The Abandons, which is being touted as an American Western drama with Lena Headey. Yeah, which is that looks very cool. It's the advanced word on it is very good. Was that a fun experience?
Yeah, we shot that in Calgary. I don't even know when. It feels like such a long time ago. But we shot that over a few months, and got to be in the incredible mountains of Calgary and ride horses and wear cool costumes and argue with people.
Argue with people.
Argue over soup.
Argue over soup. A lot of people don't know that's kind of what defined the American West with
Gillian,
those soup arguments.
How is your horse riding game? We were talking the other day about from time to time, and obviously you've been in the business for a fair amount, so you've probably learned how to ride a horse. But from time to time, actors will claim if there's a role coming up and do you know how to ride a horse? Yes, of course I do. And actually, they're lying because they just want to get the part. And they find themselves in an interesting situation and trying to learn to ride a horse. How are your equestrian skills?
Can I tell you, the weirdest thing was that I actually learned how to ride during filming of the X-Files. I bought a horse at one point while we were shooting when I was living in Malibu, and I think I was told the horse was 4, and I think he was 20. But I learned how to ride on him and what little, free time I had, and it was very cathartic for me. And turns out that then, years later, both for this and for a couple of other things that I've done, when they've asked that question, I've actually been able to say yes, because there's not much else I know how to do other than be an actor. So I don't have any other skills or hobbies. And so the fact that I can tick yes to that box is remarkable.
No, you're
it was
good.
Okay. Although I had a very stubborn horse to be abandoned. Very stubborn. So we got these sweeping shots with, cranes and drones and this, that, and the other. And I could not get I won't swear on your show, but I could not get the horse to budge. It was,
Well, the stuff has been terrific. My wife and I are big fans of the series you did called The Fall, which was wonderful. And we know listen. As a fan of this stuff, we love that you make yourself available for the fans to come out and sort of fan in your direction respectfully. And so it's going to be a good time this weekend. And thank you for spending some time with us this morning.
That's all right. It's nice, we don't get to interface very often with them, and so I always leave filled and feel like I give back. It's a give and take situation.
That's nice.
So it could be very cool.
Well, is this weekend at the Oaks Center, at the Philadelphia Expo Center at Oaks. And Gillian, thank you for joining us, and we will see you in the area this weekend. Take care.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you. Gillian Anderson, guys. Yay! Very, very nice. And Steve, you're going to be there what day as well?
Saturday at 4. Dave runs, which is a wonderful thing. He has these charity auctions, and the beneficiary of the charity auction this Saturday will be Max Fund, my wife's charity. And what happens is you get these clusters, Preston, of great, all from the Terrifier coupled with Jason Voorhees' machete. All of this stuff. But I mean, I have to tell you honestly, if you're at any level of fandom, and there's a whole bunch of people that will probably speak to you, but just the actual floor, the convention center, it's all opened up, and there's just the best collectibles, movie posters. I picked up stuff that made it into this year's Halloween display at my house, stuff you won't find anywhere. So I have to tell you, if you've never been, make this the year that you go, and especially because that area, there's parking aplenty.
Yeah.
Which was there's one in Cherry Hill. For me, it's impossible to get anywhere near. People, again, I get it. If that's your jam, that's your area. But in Oaks, there's loads of parking, and the convention floor is huge, and it's all Monster Mania.
Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, Michael Rooker, Vincent D'Onofrio, Jackie Earl Haley. There's a lot of really solid people that are going to be there. So.
It's great.
Nice. All right, well, listen, we got to take a break. We'll come back in just a moment. Murr from the Impractical Jokers will be joining us a little bit later, too. Stay there.
the way it made me feel.
You probably got a little tangy, sensation like you would on your tongue, like mouth watering a little bit from.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing: I'm smelling it, and I can't smell it either.
It was white wine vinegar.
But I could. Where's that? Is the hot sauce still? I mean, the FUD, the
chocolate sauce.
The FUD.
What about? I think she was gonna say fudge.
Like
the FUD.
So that I can smell. I can smell the hot sauce, but I can't smell that vinegar.
That's not hot sauce. It's chocolate sauce.
Sorry,
It's
chocolate sauce.
That's
Dear
what you
God.
put on a chocolate FUD sundae.
Let's do the next one. We got to move through these. All right. So number 4, Marissa, if you would please. So she's gotten 2 out of 3 so far.
That's not
But
bad.
it was kind of guessing. And not going, yeah, that is this.
You're right. It's a combination of cues that are helping her get to the answer.
All right, Kathy. This is another one.
All right.
This one's kind of thick too.
Pondering.
I don't want any more of it, whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Does it?
Yeah.
I think so.
You know.
Okay, I have no idea what it is.
Do you ever watch Dr. Pimple Popper? No.
Oh my God! Stop it, Steve! Don't do that to me. Can I smell it?
Yeah.
Try that.
Yeah.
one?
Okay. So you don't have a guess.
Oh, no, I
But
can't.
smelling it.
No smell.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. It's ranch dressing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Hidden Valley ranch dressing. The goat of ranch dressing.
Yeah.
And by the way, you guys know my sense of smell and taste. Like
incredibly acute.
Normally, I would have been. I could do this in 2 seconds. All of it.
You were able to discern between water.
Yeah.
Types of
Different
water.
water. Seriously.
All right, next sample. This is number 5. Go ahead whenever you're ready. And this one this is very identifiable.
Okay, there's a little sweetness to this again.
Okay.
Maybe like I want to say a juice.
A juice.
Like apple juice?
Like apple juice.
She got it right.
Well, might.
And here's the thing. I'm smelling it too. I can smell the apple juice. I mean, is it safe to say that the sweet stuff I
You're
can
picking up
taste
on
a little
sweet
bit?
You're
more
rocking
so
sweet.
than
Yeah.
anything else. Yes. And you know what? A text came in and says sweet is the last taste to be lost even with aging. Like that's the one that we hang on to the most.
Okay.
Don't know if there's any validity to that or not.
Well,
but
this has nothing to do with aging. This
That's why
is
old people
only-
love pudding.
Yeah. All right, here's the next one. This is mystery drink number 6.
Mystery drink number 6.
She's grimacing.
I know this one.
What is it?
I can taste it. Is it pickle juice?
You got it.
Wow. Kathy, so that is not sweet, unless it is sweet pickles.
No, I don't know.
And you don't like pickles, do you?
No, I love pickles.
All right,
Oh, well, good for you.
So,
See, we're finding things that you'll be able to eat and taste. That's
Kathy,
great.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
So chocolate
We're-
and pickles.
We're curing her. You're pregnant. No, we're Preston, you're legitimately curing her.
We're getting somewhere.
We should set up an institute.
If you've had the taste issue, you should do this type of thing at home as well. You might find 1 or 2 things that stands out.
By the way, Kathy, though you can't see it, I'm wearing protective goggles.
Hey,
I had to take mine off.
you know what? And also the caller that we had earlier, though, Kathy had said that he could taste lemon for a moment.
Yes.
And then as he continued to eat, it would go
yeah.
away. So this is something you'll have to test with.
Why don't you forget the moose?
Oh, for a moment.
For a moment.
I got it.
Yeah, that
with
happened.
pickles.
That happened to my mom. She lost her taste for a really long time, and the same thing. She said it came back. She would eat, and she'd get it at the beginning of the meal, and then by like mid-meal, she couldn't taste anything.
So eat quickly.
Here's the next one for you. Let's try this. This is number 7. We have 15 of these, by the way.
All right. Not a clue.
Looks like she doesn't really like the way it tastes. Or are you just
I'm not
perplexed
like a
by
huge fan. I think might be on the sweeter side, but it's not as sweet as that chocolate sauce.
it? Okay.
Like a pudding?
Pudding. No, it is not a pudding.
Let me smell it. Hold on.
Okay.
What kind of pudding are you drinking?
Puddings.
I smell something, but I can't. I would say pudding again.
No, it is maple syrup.
Which would be something very sweet.
Mrs. Butterworth.
Not like pudding.
No.
Is it Miss or Mrs.? She married?
I think it's Mrs. Butterworth.
Yeah.
All right, good.
She's spoken for.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Mr. Butterworth is an accountant.
Here's the next one. This is number 8. We're at the pretty much the halfway point now. Let's see if you can identify this. No reaction facially. I thought for sure I would see a facial reaction from this one.
Well, I mean, you should.
I'm going in again.
All right, this
drink
is
all of it.
It's a popular paint remover.
She shouldn't be able to say, I'm going to go again on this. No, I don't think so. Wow.
What do you think?
Wow.
I like it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Wait, look.
Preston.
I wanna
So we
smell
don't
it.
know.
I wanna
Preston
smell
has
it.
the answers.
All right, she doesn't know, so you can take a sniff and now guess after smelling it. What is it?
Is it lemon?
It is lemon juice. It's straight up lemon juice. Normally, if one is drinking straight squeezed lemon juice, you'd be puckering up and going,
Kathy, you didn't do any of that.
Not even a win.
So that Preston.
So she got that wrong. She could smell it, but she couldn't taste it.
That raises the question, that reflex.
Yes.
What causes that reflex?
It's a good question.
Well, let me ask. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to try something. We're going to do a scientific experiment here. I'm going to drink this lemon juice, but I'm going to hold my nose.
Now, we've never met.
We've
right?
never. Well, we have met many times. Many times. But I'm going to hold my nose so that way the smell part does it.
That's the way to do it.
It's still sour.
Like you made the face?
But your
no.
your taste is intact.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if like any of that stuff was.
Kathy drank it, and there was no puckering, no pursing whatsoever.
Like, even with her drinking that and I knowing what it is, caused my mouth to salivate a little bit.
Yes.
Because that's what
I'm a little engorged.
Your mouth will do. Well, that's great. All right, so here's... Okay, this will be interesting.
Oh, boy.
This is our only solid of the day.
Oh, God.
All right, Kathy, go ahead.
So wait, do I have to like...
Just stick your tongue in there.
Yeah.
Stick your tongue in there.
Stick it in.
Stick it deep in there.
Ew. What? I don't like that.
I'll give you a hint. It's not sand.
Yeah, like that. It's gristly.
Yeah.
Move your tongue around.
I have no friggin' idea.
No idea. Smell it.
I feel like it's probably a spice or something, but I have no idea.
But it should be very recognizable by taste, no question. Nothing when you smell it?
I'm trying.
She's not getting it. She would, and she's inhaling deeply.
You would know this in a
It's
heartbeat.
cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Oh,
It's just
God.
straight up cinnamon.
No.
Yeah, nothing. Even after you know, it doesn't you don't recognize it.
Not that one.
Okay.
The more you know.
If you're tuning in, Kathy lost her taste, and we're testing her on that. Let's do number 10, if you will, please. We're back to liquids now.
Okay.
Let's have a little sipperoni and see what you get from that.
Is it alcohol?
Like rubbing alcohol, yeah.
No. That's all I get.
She's saying
it doesn't
alcohol.
taste anything, but I feel like maybe
Like vodka?
Like a vodka
Yeah.
or something like that.
Do you get a burn from it, or
Yeah, like a little burn.
Down your throat?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's why, because it's alcohol. It's vodka. So she can taste that it's alcohol, and I get that, because as you... Outside of the taste in your mouth, once it goes down your throat, you get this warmness, this heat.
Right.
So,
Marissa, can I taste that one just to?
Hey, Kath, a question for you then, because I know you like to drink wine and you're pretty particular about your wines. Will you just go buy the cheapest ones possible now?
Well, no. What's funny is because they'll probably give me a headache.
Yeah.
I was at my brother's house, and he knows what I like to drink, and he didn't have it, and I go, "What is this?" He goes, "It doesn't matter. Just drink it. You'll be fine."
Thunderbird.
When friends drop by who can't taste anything, give them the cheapest crap you've got in the house. That's why I reach for the Thunderbird.
James Mason approved. All right, here's the next one. This is number 11. You should get something for this.
11!
Let's see. Ooh,
There's a reaction.
Got a real
scowl.
back.
She actually did De Niro there for a second.
Yeah.
You talking to me?
Whatever it is, I'm not a fan.
Not so much.
Interesting that there are bad tastes that work through.
Nick, it's not a bad taste. It's like that vinegar feeling again. Like if
Okay.
So I have no idea.
That makes sense for this. Do you want to smell it?
Smell
I
it.
smell it.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
Do you smell something?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's doing De Niro again.
I don't like this. I don't know what it is. I don't like it.
It's Worcestershire sauce.
And you know what? I don't put that on anything. So
Okay. Not even in Bloody Marys? Well, it's already in Bloody Marys.
no,
usually,
I'm
so.
not a Bloody Mary fan.
Okay. All right. So no dice on Worcestershire. We've got 4 more to go.
4 more.
Here is number 12.
You've had a pretty decent degree of success, Kathy. At least your ability.
Well, the vodka one I'm kind of only half giving to her because she couldn't identify it. You should be able to tell that it was vodka.
All right. A big scowl on this one. Preston's the only one who knows what this is. Preston and Marissa. So we're guessing along.
This gave the, puckering again. I don't know what it is, but again, it's like triggering something in my mouth.
Take a smell. Take a sniff. You don't know. You can't taste it.
Vinegar.
Okay. But it's a very specific kind of vinegar.
Yeah, the kind that smells like feet.
Okay. It is apple cider vinegar.
It'll cure everything.
A shot of that every day, right?
That's what they say.
I should get my taste back after that.
Yes.
Right.
Right. All right, we have 3 more. This is mystery taste number 13. And let's see how you do on this one.
My stomach's going to be great after this.
I know, right? Fortunately, you're just taking little baby sips, so.
You're going to be farting clouds.
All right.
Get a reaction.
Spending some time with this one.
Okay. Not as much as a scowl from the Worcestershire. All right, so she's feeling it.
There's like something in it, some peppers or something.
Would you say Thunderbird?
It was like there was substance to it. There's particles in there.
Particles.
I don't know what it is, but it's making my mouth burn a little bit. It has a little kick to it.
Burn a little bit. All right, so but you don't know.
Can I smell it?
Sure.
Can I?
What do you think? What do you think, Ed?
Can I?
I don't know. I want to say
That's
like
good.
pickled something again.
Pickled something.
It's hot sauce.
Straight up hot sauce.
Yeah,
What's the title of it?
Mr. Deck's hot sauce.
This is I'm the marketing director of this company.
Yeah, the name this particular flavor is called Butt Blaster.
Oh, really?
They're out of
Seriously?
they're out of Newport Beach, California.
I like that.
So
All
it's
right.
very, it's a very
Powerful.
hot.
Yeah.
Who brought that?
I did. I'm seriously the marketing director of this company.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I brought it in.
Did you come up with the name Butt Blaster?
It was a collaborative effort, so yes.
Who's Mr. Dex?
A college friend, and this is his side project. And this is as far as I've gotten as marketing director.
How do you like the taste?
I love it. I put it on.
You put that S on
everything? But I put it on pizza. I put it on eggs.
By the way, this particular heat rating is 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, it's not that hot.
So not crazy hot, but enough to give you some sensation.
Yeah,
all right,
definitely.
2 more. This is another solid. I didn't know we had another solid. This is the only other solid in our list.
W. Lamar.
Thank you, Marissa. So there's an international some type of outage going on. So we're having issues with the text messages coming in. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. If you've tried to text and we haven't responded or whatever, there's some kind of thing happening. And Marissa, I wanted to ask you a question concerning that. We have the Great American Smokeout coming up on Thursday. Yes. And we're going to need to get people on board, but we're having an issue with our texts. So
Casey.
we want to wait on that, or
I think Casey and I were just discussing this. That
he
we
just
can
ran
do.
down the hall.
Yep. Well,
He's getting a cigarette.
We're both working on it at the moment. We're talking about doing call-ins.
Okay.
Because our phone still works.
Yes, they do. And you know what else works? As Marissa was saying, the radio works.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a wonderful thing. So we'll tell you when to call in. We'll get it worked out. But it's our buddy Dr. Rosenberg, Dr. Rosenpenis as we call him, is going to be here in the studio, and he is going to hypnotize people into quitting for good, whether smoking or vaping, whatever it is you would like to get rid of in your life. And you can check out his website, quititnow.com. If you mention Preston, see if you get $100 off of the cost of your session. So I'll put it on hold for now. For getting people to call in, but we are going to do that on Thursday. So if I've piqued your interest, get yourself ready because we will get people on board to come in here to the studio on Thursday morning and be a part of it.
I've always wondered if one year we should select and ask Dr. Rosenpenis to do this, to create for us a Manchurian candidate that we could use to do whatever we want.
We could control at any point in time by saying the right things.
Right. Repeat some, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, and then set them off. I mean, not for assassinations, but to get us lunch or something.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, sounds good.
Think about it.
Yeah. All right, a couple of shout-outs I want to do real quick from our YouTube community. This is from Julie Jerkoff. She says, hey, on Thursday, Brian, a.k.a. Sin from YouTube, this past Thursday is having his second arm surgery in 6 months due to multiple unfortunate injuries. He's black belt in Taekwondo and has worked very hard over the years to obtain this status, and it's his outlet in life. He could definitely use a pick-me-up after being sidelined multiple times recently. If you can please give him a healing shart-out, because sharting is very zen. I think it would make his day. Thank you, guys. So here's a shart.
Take 2 of these.
And here's another one from the YouTube community. This is from Tater Tot Kitty.
I love that.
And she said, good morning to see you. Last week was so amazing. Fireworks and drone show were spectacular. It was so wonderful seeing all of the love, tributes, and memories in honor of Pierre. He would be proud of each and every one of us, and he would take the time to let us know individually. I think that we should submit a name change for it to be Good Citizens Bank Park. She said, I am also writing for a YouTube shart out from Steve and 2 juicy birthday shart outs for El Padre and myself, Tater Tot Kitty. Our birthdays are on Tuesday the 18th. Thank you all. And by the way, El Padre is also known as Tommy Salami.
Tommy Salami.
Yes. So if we could get a shart out for those two, Steve, that'd be great.
And then here's 2 birthdays.
There you go. Happy birthday, guys.
The text line might be having some issues, but the YouTube stream is working properly. So if you've never commented on the YouTube stream, you can. So we can see those as well. So even if the texts aren't coming through, we can see your YouTube comments.
There you go.
And then my friend Jeff Stricker wants to wish his wife Megan a very happy birthday with a shart out, if we can throw that out there, too.
Did they mention which one?
Happy birthday. No, I did not see that. Right. No, unfortunately. All right, and then this is just an email that I wanted to pass along concerning the Camp Out for Hunger. I thought this was really nice. This is from Carol Wismerski, and she said, our food truck was at the event on Thursday night. What a great turnout, and the fireworks were phenomenal. We are Rooster and the Chick. Thank you for allowing us to participate. From the greeting we received upon entering from Marissa to her thanking us for coming. Thank you. And that is from Carol. So she just wanted to throw some love out there. And I thought that was really cool. They were really nice. They were one of the first trucks I went over and spoke to because I was taking a look at all the menus. And they had a po' boy on the menu and some other good things. And I was thinking about diving into. So I was chatting with those guys. And we were... We had some phenomenal food at Food Trucks and Fireworks on Thursday night.
I got it to go, but I got a Bobby Flay style burger.
Oh,
that was sensational.
Yeah,
but there were so many. And Preston, did you grab anything from the Australian food truck? Yeah,
I had their lamb and rosemary meat pie, which was fantastic. It's like a handheld, chicken pot pie.
Nice,
or pot pie if you want to call it that. So
do you dig that rosemary flavor?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I grow a big rosemary bush at home, and what the word bush?
Yeah, you can't help it.
Rosemary and bush.
Got a big bush.
It's Rosemary's bush. He looked at me like a kid.
We are so stupid. Even at this point in our lives, why does that crack us up? Because we're morons.
No, I grow a big bush of rosemary every year, and we clip it and use it all the time throughout the year.
Rosemary's great.
I love it. Yeah. You're not a fan of rosemary?
No, I put it in. I use it in my Thanksgiving stuff. So
okay.
I can't remember if I use it in my stuffing or if I use it in my turkey brine.
You don't keep a journal?
I do.
You do it in both,
and that's why I don't remember because I have a folder of my
your recipes.
Yeah. Because it's just too much for me to remember.
But anyhow, we're going to have details as far as the totals go for Camp Out for Hunger tomorrow morning, which is we've heard they need more time to weigh and calculate everything. That's great. That sounds wonderful. I mean, we don't want to get too excited ahead of time, but that's wonderful to hear that. That's taken some time.
We were talking about sort of the amorphous nature of all this, with not quite knowing where things were falling, not trying to have people hear something and hear a large donation and say, "Oh, I guess they got it." It was never the case. We still don't know what it's going to be, but we do know that there were some promising signs. Like, for example, our workers, wonderful volunteers who were emptying cars, pulling up, they were saying the turnaround was a lot more consistent. A number of trucks, they were ahead of their tally last year as far as loading that stuff onto the trucks. Mm-hmm. So that was all good. There were a couple of indicators, and we were talking about this, Preston, that make us think, could this in a bizarre way ended up being much, much better than we thought it would be? Because obviously so many people were moved by Pierre and moved by that message. And I think it really informed a lot of people's decision to come on down and be a part of it. I was hearing that. I know you guys were hearing that as well.
On Thursday night, I was chatting with some of the volunteers, and they said that they can't remember a night that was busier ever. We went in. I went in really nervous about Camp Out It. We were thinking about corporate donations. We were thinking about, just the state of things. And I did not expect it to go as well as it did last week. It was a really positive vibe the whole week. It was exhausting emotionally and physically. And so many people wanted to come up and share their PR stories, which is really touching and really cool. And it was just a lot. And it took its toll throughout the week, but overall, like the positive and the number of people that stopped by, it just was a really positive vibe the whole time. And then for me anyway, that was reinforced most on Thursday when Mike and Alex were there, because the tent was so packed on Thursday night, and the number of people that were out in the little where the carnival was happening, where the food trucks were and the rides were, it was insane. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, and I actually felt bad. I was saying to Preston, like when we got done with that interview with Mike and Alex, like the tent was absolutely jam packed. It was jam packed like it had been in the morning, like all the mornings really. But I ducked out the back because food trucks and fireworks is where it was where it was at, and I was like, if I stay here, then I might just be parked in here all night. And my mission was to be out.
No, you did the right thing.
And the fireworks were.
I think by fanning out, because there was a lot to cover because of the way it was laid out, Casey.
Yeah,
I think in years past, the food trucks and fireworks event was very successful. It has been. But there was this gap between what was right adjacent to at that time Xfinity Live, now Stateside Live, and that it was impossible now because of the construction. It actually was part of the continuing fairway or the midway, I should say, and it became a linear thing, and that's why I think the tent was so full for the entire evening.
It was awesome, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Great night.
Really
what about the whole week? What are some highlights you guys recall? Favorite moments, interesting things that you want to point out?
One comes to mind for me, which was, and it was not during our show, but there was a point in time where I think all of us were sitting up on stage during Jackie's show, and Jackie kept hitting Casey over and over.
Oh my God!
And Casey, you are unbelievably kind to Jackie, and eventually at one point you're just like, dude, could you stop hitting me?
Yeah.
He was so excited.
He was actually punching me.
I know.
He was hitting me hard. And the first time. And in the same exact spot.
Over and over.
The third or fourth time, like the fourth time I was like, dude, this is like, it hurts and I'm annoyed,
It was a continuing thing. It was describing.
It was Monday night.
Sports names.
It was sports names, and it was Monday night.
Yeah.
And listen, he
talking to
he loves his old sports people, right? And so, but he keeps and he's punching me because he wants to I'm dropping some sports knowledge on you from 1973, but he kept saying names of Packers players. I was like, dude, the Eagles are playing tonight.
Yeah. And the funny part about it is Jackie's tall. He's like 6'4" or whatever, and so he's towering over Casey, who was sitting down, and just boom, and he kept saying these names and punching you each time he said the names. I'm like, it was a very abusive situation.
It was.
I can tell you something that did not happen at the camp out, but directly correlates to the camp out. Yesterday, I or maybe Sunday, I went to the car wash, cleaned the car.
Yeah.
And I cleaned out everything from the car, from the camp out, except for one thing. And I go to the front, and I pay, and I'm waiting for the car to come through the whole thing, and the workers are doing it, and they're cleaning, and I hear from the back of the car wash, bang!
The horn.
Oh, jeez.
The guy was cleaning the car,
dude,
and moved it like Marissa did.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And honked it.
It is the thing that I will remember most about 2025 Camp Out for Hunger was Marissa accidentally picking up the horn and pulling the trigger on it. It was just me and her on stage, and my back was to her, and it just like, beep, and it just... I turn around and Marissa looks like a little kid because she's who did something wrong, sitting there holding the horn. It was so damn funny. I could not stop laughing about it.
You sent me a video like 10 hours later of yourself laying in bed. Cracking up just at that.
I woke up laughing, laughing. And I'm like, I have to film myself because this is just, I couldn't stop laughing. I was so goofy giddy about it.
Do you know what was wonderful just in general, if you're talking about moments, and there were a number, but the fact that the tent was packed every morning early, we always have a gradual build to the obvious. People are waking up, they come in, but from the doors opening up, it was full. And I think it was when the YouTube community came down with the signs. The first time, there were just so many super inventive, great signs.
One of the things I couldn't stop thinking about, though, and I was like, damn it, I can't believe we did that. But the Drew Gulak wrestling on stage, putting Twitch through a table was great. I'm like, okay, we did that. We actually had that happen. And Drew was so great.
He's perfect
at making that scenario come together.
I'm curious to find out from people sitting in the audience, at what point during that exchange did they go, oh, okay, hang on, this is a bit going on.
Were you watching the text at all on Friday?
No.
Because people were like, why is this guy being such a jerk? And people were like, kick him out, get rid of this guy, he's being an a-hole. Because he was being the heel, he was being the villain. It took a while for people to realize it was, that everybody was in on it.
Which is perfect.
Yes.
Because I was showing my buddy Will over the weekend, too, and as he's showing, he's like, what's going on? What a jerk.
Yeah.
What'd you guys end up doing? I'm like, just keep watching. Just watch.
One of our fears was that...
then when Drew took his shirt off, he's like, okay. Yeah.
One of our fears was that somebody in the audience would be incited to, I'm going to take care of this jerk off.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want that to happen. So it became clear of that whole thing, the thing that I thought was effing hilarious. I thought they had pre-worked it out, but they did not. Once Twitch was on the floor and he was not moving, Marissa comes out and pulls him by, dragged him off the stage.
We need to see video of that. It was left out of the video that we saw, but when Marissa grabbed him by the leg.
Yeah.
Like a bouncer, dragging some unconscious person out of the club. She drags him off stage, and it was great because Twitch kind of played along and helped her move himself. It was wonderful.
All that firefighter training I've had all these years, getting people out.
Marissa, maybe you can shed a little light on this for me, because Bob Havens, who was a friend of the show and was in the audience, he was backstage scoring the table.
Okay, so
how did he end up back there scoring the table?
So when we were plotting this all out, of course we did it maybe about an hour before it happened. Drew had requested that we have a wood folding table. You guys know those old school wood folding tables?
Right.
Not a plastic one and not one that has a fold in the middle. It is impossible to find one of those wood tables. So we tracked one down last minute, and we happened to be moving it, and Bob was there and was like, oh, I can help you guys. And then as we're back there, we were like, oh no, we have to score this table. So it bends a little bit. Secret, they do that in the WWE. They score the table. Sorry. And so Bob went to his truck and pulled out his Sawzall and just started helping us prepare the table, because that's how awesome, and that's kind of how Camp Out works, right? We just fly by the seat of our pants and take help from everybody.
He removed a bar that was underneath the table so that when the table was opened up, the bar was there to keep the table stable. He had to pry that off the bottom, or else it wouldn't have collapsed.
I mean, it really does take a village.
It does.
It does. To throw a guy through a table.
It took a village to get all that stuff together, and we just, it came off. It's funny because leading up to it, a week or so out, we're like, man, we don't have enough. I don't know what we're going to do at Camp Out. And it ended up being, we went to 11:30 regularly every day on the show because we had so much to cram in.
But I had said that to you. This was like 2 weeks ago when we were like, and you're like, we're looking at the calendar, and we hadn't had our corporate donors slotted into their spots yet. And so like just looking at our calendar for the show alone, it looked pretty barren, and it's scary. And I'm telling you, like for 28 years, this is how I felt or feel. 2, 3, 4 weeks out from Camp Out, I'm like, oh my God, we don't have enough. And then, like, sure enough, like it ends up being exactly what it was. I mean, honestly, when the week started, I wasn't rappelling off of the side of the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
No,
Like,
that's
that
what
wasn't part of
happens.
the plan.
Yeah, the
Like,
stuff-
nobody was rappelling
No,
when the week
stuff fills
started,
in,
right?
yeah.
Like,
And we need to do that again. You need to make good on that.
Yeah, yeah.
It was that could have been done. I think now that you've got your you dipped your toes in
got
it.
my sea legs.
Yeah.
Casey, didn't I tell you that? So this all came together. Med Techs reached out to us about doing it. They talked to the building, Xfinity Mobile Arena, like allowed it to happen. And I looked at Casey in the eye. I said, when you're doing it, enjoy it. Because both Nick and myself have done it with Outward Bounds in the moment. And when you do it live on air, you're worried about like the broadcast of it all. And sometimes you forget to look around and see what the cool thing you're experiencing.
What you all said, though, you all said the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
What was the scary part? Getting over initially.
Just going over the edge and putting all of your faith into the equipment, into people tying things down. Marissa, I had actually forgotten about the broadcast part of it. I dropped an S-bomb
you did,
2 seconds in.
Well, in fairness, you're very distracted by what you're doing in the moment. So it's you have a microphone in front of your face. It's easy to forget that. I'd forgotten until just now. But when the wrestling thing, when the bit wrapped up and Drew sat back down with his shirt still off, and he just goes, "So what were we talking about?" Like he just went right back into having the conversation.
Also, another highlight I thought was Kyle's band, Minute by Minute.
Dude, great
performance.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I got to go see them live. I got to go see a show. They were so good.
It was great to have them. Large band, really tough to organize to get everything together and make that come together properly. Thanks to Bowder for mixing them, Junior and crew. That was a really cool addition this year too.
Also, the video production for each segment that we did, thanks to Sean and his students for putting that together.
Dude. Sean sent out a really, really great email that really kind of put the whole week into perspective because, and even me, sort of take all that stuff for granted.
Yeah.
But he's like, we did this, we did that, and it was like we were outside with the Mickey Morandini thing, and then we were outside with the Ian Fidance thing, and then, we seamlessly went over to the Xfinity Mobile Arena to rappel. And they're all doing this stuff on the fly.
It's a massive undertaking.
And these are college students, man.
And they were terrific. And you bring up the Mickey Morandini and the
Ricky Bo.
Yeah, Ricky Bo. I mean, man, when you want to see, those guys are athletes, they're competitors.
Yep.
And so they're hurling these water balloons, especially Ricky Bo. Is like, we're hearing you're sitting in the Joker, the moving back and forth, and these water balloons like, bam, hitting and they're throwing them at you.
Oh, yeah.
And they're hitting behind you on the thing, and you can hear how loud and how fast Nick catches one right in the throat.
Yep.
Well, another thank you. You're thanking Newman for all of their video production, but also IMS for setting up all of those screens. They had the beautiful Pierre tribute in the back.
Great.
And then Electro Sounds created our whole backdrop again this year. They create backdrops for like bands going on concert tours, and they were just doing the screens behind us. I think that's so cool.
Everything had a production vignette that led into it, which was amazing.
It's a chaotic week, and I think it's tough for me to enjoy it in the moment because there's just so much going on, and it's not until like the weekend and the days after where you see the people's posts and emails and all that sort of stuff where you're like, oh wow, we really did do all of that. Like, listen, comedy night, Ian Fidance just absolutely crushed it on Tuesday night. Pat House, Jake Matera, Blake Wexler, Mary Rudzinski, Josh Martier.
They're great.
They were all awesome, and they all answered the bell like in a matter of seconds. Hey, you guys be interested in doing this for free, and they did all that. I want to give a shout out to our friend Kyle, Cast Dial Kyron, who donated $1,000, his White House Station Hot Sauce Company. Kyle sent us an email or a direct message on Thursday night asking for us to thank us, to mention this on Friday. Kyle, you have to understand, man, it's a chaotic week, and finding the time to even mention things during Camp Out for Hunger is very, very, very difficult. But we do thank you for your contribution to Camp Out.
It was pretty wild. Overall, there were we got to most, but if we obviously. If it takes a little bit of time, there's still a lot of thanking to be done, but we're going to do our best to get to you.
Well, Johnny Goodtimes, have to thank him. He doesn't even live here anymore. He lives in Virginia. But
what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He came up for this?
Yes. So when I asked him, he was like, yep, of course. When? Like he said yes before he even knew the date. So him, Joel, our Joel security, he volunteered that entire week. He cut himself in the middle of the week, went to the doctor and was back before the show was over that morning. Like he just loved being there and was so gracious and is so good with people, like people coming up to our area and like wanting to share something. He would get the message and deliver it to us. Like he's amazing. Yep. It is my favorite thing of the week, seeing people who have never been to Camp Out before. And there's a lot of people who have never been, and there was a lot of people who came this year for the first time because they were inspired by Pierre or something they heard us say on the radio. But like even Gary Goldman backstage, like he just kept walking out to the main area because he just couldn't believe what was in front of him.
He was blown away.
Taking it in. He was also really enjoying the Drew Gulak wrestling of it all.
They're friends.
Yeah, the president of Neumann University, we've had this great partnership with them, has never been out before, and he was just walking around, and some students had come out from another class, and they were like, what is this cool thing? Why haven't you told us about this? And Sean's like, I tell you about it every year. But I love finding people in the audience and just asking them whether they brought one bag of food, whether they collected a pallet, they did a food drive, they just stopped at the Acme Market right there on site. All of these people that just, I always say, you can look at a photo, you can look at a video, but until you are there on site, it is something that has to be seen in person.
Also, there were a few people that could have been guests that were behind the scenes that just showed up. Alex Perlman, the comedian, was hanging out for a couple of days. Fit Dad CEO, he came out as well. I mean, the guy's got millions of people that follow him on Instagram and social media in general, and a few others that just wanted to come down and get in the mix and be a part of it. It was wonderful.
Do you know it's something that comes to mind, and it's every year, and it happened this year again, Preston. So we were there, and we're living in this tent, and we're going in and out, and it becomes second nature. Okay, that's where the curtain is. You move it aside. And then when it finishes, we go to the backstage, and we're saying hi and taking pictures. And this thing that was alive with the energy of the camp out now just becomes an empty tent as they're moving stuff out. And it's like, I mean, it is wonderful. It is wonderful and heartbreaking at the same time, because all that magic, all that stuff that happened there, now it's memorialized with video and so on and so forth. We can remember it. But there's that transition that occurs. It's like, oh, wow. It's just that, really. But
but people are reaping the benefits, for weeks and months to come from, all that stuff that took place last week. I was talking to Lori Jones at Food Trucks and Fireworks on Thursday night, and I actually... Marissa, and I was looking for you, and I'm so glad that I found you so I could give you the biggest hug, because I was just so overcome with joy and like tears of joy. And I was talking to Lori. I'm like, Lori, you look. I'm like, if you had any idea of what this looked like in 1998 when it all started, and to look at what it is now, like it is just mesmerizing and mind blowing. And when Jim McGuinn was out there a couple of years ago, because he was there in the beginning, and he moved to Minneapolis, and then he came back and he saw what this thing has become, and it's through the efforts of Rodney Byrd and Eric Simon, and
hundreds of people,
hundreds of people to see what this has become is just it's just so amazing to be a part of.
You mentioned Alex Perlman, Preston. I just wanted to give him a shout out because he did a really nice little video with Governor Shapiro. Governor Shapiro's speech was terrific, and the interview, the conversation we had with him towards the end of the show on Friday. And then Alex and Governor Shapiro sat in the RV, the Preston and Steve Show RV, and talked a little bit more about Camp Out, the importance of donating to Philabundance. So thanks for him for carrying the message along.
Yep, it was a wonderful, wonderful week. We kind of, in hindsight, think it was probably the best one that's ever happened, which is pretty wild to say after 28 of them.
Yeah.
So we were very happy that all those that participated did. And we ask that you come out and join us next year. But also, you can still, through Acme, you can still donate until up till Thanksgiving. You can go to WMMR.com to get details on how to get involved with Philabundance if you feel the need to do so. So it was really just a blast. It was a great time. It was tiring. I was exhausted by the time we were done with it, like we always are, but very satisfied. So thank you, everyone who was a part of that. And we'll officially thank some other people when we get the results tomorrow morning. We'll reveal those with you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back in a moment. We're going to talk to James Murr of Impractical Jokers. He's going to be in the area for a comedy show this week, so stay put. We'll be right back with him.
Stick your tongue in.
Okay.
Yeah, stick it in
that
there.
tongue thing.
Stick it in there. Okay. I love it. Stick it down in there.
Come on, man.
She's like an inquisitive look.
This I get absolutely nothing.
Really?
Absolutely nothing from
Okay,
this.
so that's a nothing, and you should be able to taste it. Smell it and see if you can come up with something there.
Nothing, huh?
Like a, I don't know, maybe there's pepper in it? No, because I didn't feel that on my tongue at all.
No. It's garlic powder.
Oh.
Garlic
You would
powder.
absolutely know,
I'll give you a
right?
piece of gum later, Kat.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, we have one final taste in our test for you, and let's see how you do with this one.
This one,
Yes.
I also get absolutely nothing. Like it could be water to me.
Okay.
Like it could, that's the consistency.
All right. Take a little bit more. This is the last one. Finish it all off.
Put your tongue in it.
Go ahead.
No, is it going to make my stomach hurt?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
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 Wow.
I get absolutely nothing.
Take a sniff and see if you can tell from that.
Not really. I want to say, is it another alcohol?
Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh,
vino
your
this
favorite
morning.
Brand as well. It's Nobilo.
Oh,
wow.
I
you
get
poor
nothing.
thing.
Nothing.
That's a shame.
Sucks.
Oh, man.
So, Kat, let me ask you then.
Give me
So,
that bar.
Wait, are we done? Can I take the?
Yeah, that's it.
the people will often describe water as not having a taste, but it does have a taste, and so
Kathy can tell those taste
and
differences.
you can tell those taste differences. So water for you, like legit, has no taste.
What?
He's saying that a lot of people describe water as having no taste.
Right.
You were able, I think I am as well, slightly able to discern between tap and bottled water.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it
so
has
you
a
can,
taste.
but
right now,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
it has zero taste.
Yeah, probably not. I can't believe I couldn't taste the Nobilo.
Oh, that's a
God,
bummer.
that's
So
crazy.
to review, she got correct and guessed correct and wasn't definitive though, but said, well, is it chocolate syrup? So you kind of knew what it was, but you really didn't say, oh, that's it.
No, none of them I knew 100%.
Yeah, all of these were semi. So chocolate syrup, vinegar, apple juice, so the sweets you could get. And one that you could definitely, that I think you got the best was pickle juice.
Yeah, that
And
was,
so
yes.
maybe if
Have
you
some
really
pickles.
want to taste something
Put pickles on it.
flavor-wise, you could have pickles.
Yeah.
And the other one was vodka. Or I put in alcohol because you didn't quite get the vodka right. So out of 15, you were able to identify really 4, and that's it.
Marissa, was I'll just say it, the honey was that usable? By the way, I just grabbed these things out of the...
Oh, you know what? I just stopped at 15. We brought so
no
many
problem.
things, so.
It
You wanna
has...
see if you can smell it.
The
Kathy?
honey has a taste to it.
Does that like spice habanero or
There's
something?
another taste, and I'd be curious if she'd be able to taste. Don't show her the label if you can avoid
Oh,
it.
what? Like it's
It's
flavored honey.
certain
It's got
honey?
another fruit in it,
Oh,
and
right,
I'd be
okay.
curious if with the sweet stuff you could do it. All right.
I won't look. I guess I can.
You can look at it.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez,
All
sorry.
right. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Rub it on your sweater.
Stick your tongue in it. Yeah, it's going to be kind of hard. Oh, yeah. Did you get it?
No.
Nothing?
Can you taste the sweet of the honey?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I can taste the sweet of the honey.
Nothing else.
No.
Because it's blueberry honey.
Blueberry honey. Okay.
I'm going to try that.
No, and I'm having even the smell with this one is a little tough.
Huh.
All right. Wow. Well, that sucks, man. Hopefully this is going to be quick.
Just
acting
400 days.
And yeah.
I know that poor guy.
I know.
I really hope it doesn't.
He said he was rage eating. Just eating out of anger. Even though he can't taste it, he's still going to eat something that he knows his body likes.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm not. I mean, I'm still eating meals because yes, you still get hungry,
Yeah.
but I'm not really snacking because what's the point? Like, I don't feel like anything because I know I'm not going to be able to taste it.
Yeah, a lot of times snacking is just you want some flavor.
What about
You
so
know?
hot drinks or things like that, like coffee? Nothing.
Not really. I mean, I
Because
know
people have
it's
said coffee is a big inciter.
Well, and you know what, Steve? When it first happened, I was not leaving the house, obviously.
Right.
So I wasn't going to get my coffee. I could make it
Yeah.
at the house, but I was kind of skipping it because
Right.
I couldn't taste it, and I was getting the headache.
Do you think
And
you'll
I'm
try?
like, oh my God, wait, that's like the caffeine headache. You need it.
Do you think you're going to try that orange thing?
Listen, I'll try anything. Let's.
Might as well, right? I mean,
try
if it
it.
doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And if for some reason it does, then you're good to go. Okay. All right, this has been the Kathy Romano
Yeah,
Taste
yeah.
Test. And,
We cured her.
She did. We 100% cured her now. All right. Drinkenstein, yes.
And they call him
All right, listen, let's take a break and come back in a second. Why? Because the Geeter's coming on next with
Yeah.
Jerry Blavitt. And then right after that, we're going to have comedian Ben Glebe, who's going to be at Helium Comedy Club for a special Thursday night show tomorrow night. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. So maybe we'll kind of reinvigorate this thing. but we have decided to return with Battle of the Self-Proclaimed Experts this morning.
Yes.
And when I tell you that the passion was high for people to that have sent in requests to be a part of this, it's an understatement. It was just fanatical.
It is a global phenomenon.
Yes.
Has been for a long time. People have been raised in this Harry Potter realm, and so we knew we were going to get some staunch competitors.
I read a lot of the submissions that were sent in. I read all the submissions that were sent in, and I read several of them. I was on the plane the other day flying out west, and I was brought to tears by some of these submissions because this world means so much to so many people, and the way that they articulated it was really moving to me, and I'm just impressed. It was so difficult to narrow it down to 2 final contestants.
I mean, put it in perspective. A tick came into the studio to watch.
That's right. That's how popular
That's how
this is.
popular.
I am currently reading the Harry Potter books.
Are you?
I'm on the Sorcerer's, or no, I'm sorry, I'm on the Chamber of Secrets right now, so I've just gotten started.
Reading or Audible?
Audible.
And who's doing it? Who's doing the
I've forgotten the actor's name.
Jim something or other?
He's excellent.
Hey, there might be a question coming up.
Okay.
So I am I'm about 3/4 of the way through the second book.
Awesome.
So I'm underway. I'm starting to learn. I've seen all the movies and I found them entertaining, but I wanted to know, because there's so many people that you talk to about this story. There's so much more underneath when you dive into the canon of it all. When you get into the all the details about it, and I want to know that. I mean, I want to know. I think it's a kind of a club that you're in.
So all of my nieces and nephews, like I remember when the movie started coming out, and I was like, "Oh, that's friggin' awesome! I loved it."
Yeah.
They were like, "But they left out. But they left out." And there was so much stuff that so they were able to enjoy them, but they were so. They were a little deflated because the books, they devoured. They were ravenous for them. So I think you're entering a cool realm here, Preston.
By the way, Nick McElwain wearing his Gryffindor attire this morning.
Yes, sir.
He has pajamas.
Yes.
That look like a robe.
It's the closest thing I have to a robe, but they are officially licensed Harry Potter pajamas, and so I am a Gryffindor, and that's why I'm
Mr. Potter, what happened to your head?
You have taken the online quiz to find out which house you belong in?
Yes. I'm a Gryffindor.
Oh, you did?
Okay. Yeah. Pottermore was a great website. I don't think it actually exists anymore, which is too bad. But I mean, I've been in the Harry Potter universe for a really long time. I think I got into it maybe when the third book came out. And Steve, I love the movies as well, but the books really do add layers and levels and these just the intricacies to this universe, and it's why people keep coming back to it, because there's so much to read, there's so much to rediscover, and maybe you didn't even notice it the first time around.
And not only has Nick worn his pajamas, but he brought in his wand, and so did Steve.
Yes, I did.
And you guys both got those at Universal Studios?
This was a gift for me from Universal Studios, yeah. So my friend that went and knew how much I loved Harry Potter and brought it back for me.
And you haven't been there?
I have not yet, no.
Oh, my God!
I know.
You've got to go. It's incredible.
I did a couple of the tours in London, which were amazing. But yes, I absolutely have to get to Universal.
That's the only thing I know about Harry Potter is that the rides were fun at Universal.
Right.
Literally.
Kathy, it is a whole world. I went to Ollivanders. You did as well, Preston. On your recommendation.
My daughter got a wand fitting there.
And yes, and when you go around the town, the wand activates certain things in
that's
town,
cool,
which is awesome.
Yeah.
I've been to both. I've been to the one in California and in Orlando, and they are outstanding.
I gotta go.
You won't, if you're a fan,
it's real.
You're gonna cry.
That world is real.
All right.
Some of the people that sent in submissions said that when they got there, then they saw the Hogwarts castle, it brought them to tears.
I believe
that's how moving it is, yeah.
All right, and by the way, Harry Potter fans are adorable. Look at these guys here this morning. We're going to meet our contestants.
Preston and Steve present Battle of the Self-Proclaimed Experts.
As Nick had said, we had loads and loads and loads of entries, but going through, we've got to narrow it down to 2. And I'm sure that there are people that are incredibly well-versed, but we only have room for 2 people in our studio. And so that's how we're doing it, to have these 2 competitors battle it out. Mano a mano. All right, so let's meet our contestants, and we'll read the emails that we got from them. We're going to start with this one. It says, dude, I grew up with HP and obsessed. I was born in 89, so I was right out of the same age as Harry, right around the same age as Harry and his compadres, or his comrades, it says, as the books were released and they made their way through Hogwarts, ultimately not returning for education in year 7 as the Dark Lord has by that point hit full strength, obviously. I have lightly reread parts of the books since childhood, but made it my goal to reread all 7 books once I finished grad school, Master of Public Administration at Penn State, woot woot. My husband bought me a Gryffindor blanket, a book of spells as a grad gift as well, and I graduated in December 2020 and finished the books last month. Literally, the best books I've ever read, and I have no idea how to move on from them. It's really just a story about friendship and the power of love.
True.
I was brought to tears in books 5, 6, 7, and would say that my favorite books are 3 and 6. 7 is also just absolutely epic. My next goal is to rewatch the full versions of the movies. I went to Universal Studios California back in 2017 and wore a Harry Potter costume to Hogwarts. For the above reasons, I would say I am the Harry Potter expert. It's about both knowledge and sheer passion for the story, the most epic tale ever told. Please welcome Steph Rosenbluth to the show. Hi, Steph. How you doing? Oh, wait. Your microphone is not working. Let me try that again. Go ahead.
I am so happy to be here.
Yay. Steph, where are you from?
I'm from Central New Jersey, Hopewell Township, right across the river from Bucks County.
It does exist.
Okay, so is that north-south Jersey or south-north Jersey?
Right in the armpit of the Delaware River.
There you go.
All right, I want to ask you, Steph, because Steph is wearing a shirt that's got all 4 houses on it, but it says Hogwarts on it. She's also wearing a robe. She brought her owl. Is that Hedwig?
It's Hedwig.
Nice. And tell me about your glasses.
They are round glasses.
Are they prescription?
They are not prescription.
Okay.
They are just merely for this competition. Yeah.
They look great.
And social events.
Nice. So you recently reread all the books.
I did, yes. It was my goal, and I still don't know how to move on. Interestingly, while rereading the books, I was also rewatching Lord of the Rings extended version. So I was in quite the wizarding world.
Well, there's the amount of minutia, the amount of stuff to keep track of. But I mean, that's the books, the extended movie versions of the original Harry Potter, of the movies. And a lot of times they're tacking on an additional half hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah. Which character do you identify with the best?
Wow, which
most?
character? Probably Luna Lovegood.
Okay.
She says whatever's on her mind. People kind of think she's weird, but once they get to know her, they realize she has a heart of gold, and she's actually very important to the story and to Harry's success in defeating Voldemort.
I love that. Great answer. All right, that's Steph. Our next contestant writes, I was hooked on the series the first time I read Sorcerer's Stone and bawled my eyes out the day after my 11th birthday when I didn't get my invitation to attend Hogwarts for the upcoming school year. I read the series countless times as a child and still reread.
All right, thank you very much, Marissa. Our next guest is joining us via Zoom, and he is performing at Stress Factory, Valley Forge Casino Resort on Thursday. A couple of shows for you to choose from, 7 and 9 p.m. You can check out valleyforge.stressfactory.com to get your tickets. And, of course, you know him from Impractical Jokers and his many appearances on the Preston and Steve Show. Please give some love to Mr. James Murray.
Hey!
Murr. What's up,
How
brother?
are you guys? It's been a second. How you been?
It has been a second, and we've been good. How many more books have you written since the last time we've talked to you?
Like a baker's dozen. I got so many out now.
Dude, it's a lot. Yeah. And I have to ask you, because outside that door, there's every indication that you're in some sort of bomb shelter. Because it looks, is that stone on the other side of that door?
It's not. Don't be deceived. It's not stone. It's actually a cork wall.
Oh, okay.
But if I had the money, I would 1,000% build a bunker. But I wanted to do something cool. So I'm in the primary bedroom of my house, right? And so underneath our bedroom is a crawl space. It's like maybe a foot or two, maybe more, maybe like 3 feet.
Right.
Can't stay sure. So I wanted to. And it's got a hatch that opens up to it. So I wanted to build like one of those high-tech like NSA spying rooms with TVs everywhere.
Yeah.
It's all fake, right?
Yeah.
And just to freak people out. And I leave the hatch open when like the puppy sitter's here and she freaks out, but it's all fake.
The biggest scam on your puppy sitter. I would like, honestly, Preston and I have talked about this. Sometimes they'll sell, decommissioned missile silos, for residential homes, that sort of thing. And we've talked about this this trend, or not trend, but for the people who are wealthy can afford it, where you build a house down. Like you have the facade house on top, and then there's like 6 floors below it, which is and apparently the Home Alone house is one of those houses now. The one where they shot, where it goes down like 4 or 5 floors, and there's this whole complex below it. So I want to put you on that instead of the practical joke.
Well, my wife and I also talk about I want to build a hatch on the lawn. It has danger, missile, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't open, just to freak kids out.
Oh, I love that.
And that comes from, obviously, your twisted, your warped mind from Impractical Jokers. You guys.
Can I show you guys? Can I say another thing I really legit want to do? And I one day I'll do it. I want to apply for a permit here in Princeton, New Jersey to become a fracker. I want to frack in my backyard, fracking mine. And the town, can you imagine going in front of the town council? I want a permit to do fracking in my yard. You can't frack in your backyard.
Could you set up?
Could you set lucrative oil deposits down there?
Set up faux fracking material the way you would with that hatch. And just screw with your neighbors.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna do it one day. You mark my words, fellas.
Yeah.
Murr, and with the Jokers, and when you guys would come up with concepts, sometimes you'd have to have props that were created, that were made. I mean, for this. And did you outsource for that, or did there come a time where you had your own crew of people that were your builders of sorts?
We still have our own crew of people. Our new episode starts January 15th. I'll show you one.
Okay.
If you're tired of carrying around multiple different glasses, sunglasses, what have you, different focal lengths, all you've got to do is invest in this very simple to use.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
I was wondering what
all possible prescriptions built into one, and handy flashlights on top. It's just everything.
It's 3 large magnifying glasses attached to this obscene head harness for those who are just listening. It looks like some sort of alien contraption. That's great.
God.
It's so much easier, fellas, having multiple glasses.
Was that your idea or someone else's?
That was my idea.
Okay. Because you guys can come up with any idea at all and just say, here, guys, make this.
Yeah.
Have you ever been incited to, because you are a creative, and we talk about these patents that, that get away from us, someone else, I had that idea years ago. Did you ever come up with something that you think, this might be a legitimate thing that I'm going to try to trademark? And market.
I want, at some point, everyone listening, go down the rabbit hole of typing in on Google Impractical Jokers invention ideas that have become reality. No joke, there are dozens of businesses around the country that have started because of the insane inventions we've created.
Wow.
But we do it again coming up, right? So new episodes start January 15th on TBS. And in one of the episodes, Justin Long, the actor, is in an episode, and he's doing the product invention bit with us. And his invention, he had never seen it before. His invention was a doggy door that had was controlled by your dog's RFID chip, right? So when your dog comes up to the door, it can sense the RFID chip, and then we'll let them in the house, right? But the doggy door is made from razor sharp titanium steel and comes down like a guillotine. And so just long when he goes to send the dog in, a stuffed animal dog, it chops the dog's head clean off.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's a brilliant idea, because what you're talking about is when they talk about tagging your pet, putting that locator tag, it has all the vet information on it as well. If something could key you off that, you wouldn't have to have that flap that is always
1,000%.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. We just take it to the
the decapitating your pets. Yeah. So, well, listen. Those. Do you get any money from inventions that have been spawned by the Impractical Jokers?
But surprisingly, no.
No, you're like us. Yeah. That's depressing. I'm sorry, Preston, go ahead.
I was going to say, James, so you're doing the show at the Valley Forge Casino at the Stress Factory coming up Thursday, and so who is going to enjoy a James Murray show? You don't obviously have to be an Impractical Jokers fan to come out and enjoy a night of comedy with you, I assume, right?
No, it's you don't have to. It's stand-up comedy, but also the second half of the show. I'm sure I've mentioned this on your show before, but the second half of my show is different every night. I have no idea what's going to happen because I do two things with the audience. The first thing I do is I borrow 3 audience members' cell phones, and I start texting from their phones on their behalf, as if it's them, and it's absolute chaos by the end of the game. And then at the end of the show, I choose somebody from the audience, send him out in the streets of Pennsylvania, we watch on screen in the club, and live on the spot, they've got to do and say what I tell them to. It's like watching the TV show happen live. It is.
Wow, that.
Dude, it is outrageously funny.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah, so you get if you've ever sort of thought, what would it be like to be on the show? Here's your shot, and maybe making that a reality. Yeah. How often are you bombarded with people who think I'd be a great addition to the cast of Impractical Jokers? I think a lot of people think they'd be good at it, not knowing how much work is involved.
It happened last night,
really,
but in the weirdest environment. My wife and I went to a charity event in the city, and I'm in the men's room, and a guy is next to me at the stall next to me, and turns and said he'd be a great addition to Impractical Jokers. I was like, dude, your penis is out. Like, I don't want to talk about prank.
Right. Let's discuss it another time. We talked with the Jackass guys a lot. Especially when the show was on fire, the movies were on fire, and Casey raised the point about how do you ever live your life without thinking somebody's setting me up? Now, Impractical Jokers is not exactly that, but do you occasionally suffer that stress of thinking you are part of some elaborate off-site prank?
1,000%. I can't go into it, but literally a week ago, I turned to my wife and I said, something terrible happened, right? Oh, I won't go into specifics. And I turned to my wife, and I had just this momentary, like, is this part of the show?
Yeah.
And a long con, and I'm the butt of it? But no, it wasn't. It was a real world thing that was horrible that happened. And I was like, is this a con against me? It happened. I can't go into the specifics because it's absolutely crazy what I thought might have been fake.
You mentioned the long con. What is the longest con, the longest time spent executing an Impractical Jokers and or any other tangential stunt that you've been a part of?
5 years.
5 years?
5 years, and I pulled it off. Last season, I faked my own death.
What?
I did, to get Sal. So Sal, one of my books, it's around somewhere. I had a book coming out last year. It was called You Better Watch Out, right?
Yeah.
And then Sal thought I lost the episode, and what he thought was going to happen was that him and Q were going to strap me to the windshield of a race car, going around a racetrack at like 100 miles an hour while wearing a fire suit, a helmet, and I was going to have to read a chapter of the audiobook for You Better Watch Out.
Okay.
And for real, that the publisher was going to put it as that chapter on the audiobook, which they did.
Okay.
What he didn't know, Q was in on it, and the whole crew, 60 crew members were in on it. What Sal did not know is that I was truly going to do it. I raced around the track on top of the windshield screaming, but at a key moment of the race, the car was going to go around a blind spot. A duplicate race car pulls out, a stunt guy on top who looks just like me, same book in his hand, same helmet, and at a key moment, the driver cuts the wheel too tight, and the stunt guy flies off the car and slams against the ground, rolls. Sal's watching from across the racetrack, believes it to be me that either just got killed or maimed, and he goes booking across the racetrack. Q goes booking too. The whole crew had rehearsed, go running as well to support this idea. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Sal, I run into an ambulance, strip off my fire suit. I've got an EMT outfit on underneath, race around the track as an EMT worker, and I start working on my own body. I've got a baseball hat, and I'm working on the stunt guy on the ground. Sal comes running over. He has a full-blown panic attack. He thinks that I'm dead.
Yeah.
And then at a moment, I stand up and take my hat off, and I reveal the whole thing was a double cross. And all he did was walk away and just do this.
Kneel down and put his hand on his head.
That's a come to Jesus moment.
It was the greatest prank of all time.
Yeah. Wow. Any tinge of guilt from you after that one?
So hours later, I'm in this house right here in the other room. It's like midnight. My wife and I are getting ready to go to bed. I'm brushing my teeth. And I turn to her and I say, did I go too far? 6 hours later.
Do you have to suspend that within you? Because, I mean, we've talked about this over the years. The bar that has to be advanced and advanced and advanced because of all of the popularity of the show, B, people who are on, copying the format and doing their own stuff on YouTube or social media. So you've got all of this glut of stuff that you've got to outclass all the time. Do you have to just kiss have I gone too far goodbye in your mind?
That's why we got our jobs, because I love that challenge, man.
Yeah.
Like there was a moment after that day where I was like, where does the show go from here? Like legit, I had like an existential crisis. I'm like, I just faked death and 5 years of work on this punishment, and I pulled it off, and it went perfectly. I was like, we have to end the show. What do we do?
Right.
That's part of the challenge. That's the fun of it. Is like, what else can I do? Where else can I go? And that's why the show stays on the air. That's why we're back in January for new episodes, because we rise to the challenge. We always have. Every season we finish the season, we're like, screw it, man. We got to end the show. There's nowhere else, nothing else we can do. And then we're like, wait a second. Here's another idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, Murr, how many seasons will this be coming up in January?
We've been on for 15 years. This is season 12.
Man, one of the things, that I love, our program has been on for 28 years. We've been together. And so somebody was asking me recently, what kind of responses do you love getting from listeners? And there's a number of them. One of them happens to be creating a little bit of communication with families who don't really, maybe they don't, you've got kids that are growing up and maybe don't connect as well as you do, but around our show that they do. And I know that happens with you guys as well. I know with my family, Impractical Jokers was an all hands on deck. All 5 of us watching together, communicating, laughing, talking about what we would do in these scenarios and stuff. It was just a great little communal thing. And I'm sure that's one of the many compliments that you love to hear about Impractical Jokers is the ability to, even if people are going through some difficult communication periods with each other, they can sit down, watch a show and laugh together.
It's the best, the number one compliment. It's a huge, it's incredible. Like, we did not set out to do that.
Yeah.
We set out to, be funny and just have fun. And then it became that, and we realized it. And I've considered it absolutely humbling and the greatest accomplishment of the show, for sure.
You mentioned Justin Long this season, and we know we've had all sorts of celebs come through and eagerly be a part of what you're doing. Anybody else on the roster for this year that we can expect?
Season premiere, the show only is back to using celebrities a la carte with Crave. So there's no new celebrity every episode or anything like that.
Right.
But it just so happens that the season premiere in January, Sal loses the episode, and we made him go through a haunted house while on the phone with Spectrum Cable trying to cancel his cable service. It's so stupid, right? And he's screaming, terrified. He's running through it, right? Anyways, he finally comes out of the haunted house, and at the very end, he thinks it's over, and from behind the shadows, out walks Lou Ferrigno and smacks him in the face with a pie and says, "Oh, smash."
Oh, my.
That's great.
He walks around, and he's got, he wipes the pie over his face, and he looks up and he goes, "Lou Ferrigno? I'm such a big fan."
Who's on your get list who you haven't been able to work it out yet for scheduling purposes?
There are people I would love to be on the show.
Who would they be?
I was at a Comic-Con a few months ago. I directly asked Ralph Macchio to do it.
Yeah.
He said he'd be too nervous to do it.
He'd be perfect.
I'd love Sandler to be on the show. That'd be great.
Yeah, man. Has he voiced enjoying the show? Is he a fan?
Yeah. I know that his family watches the show. You know? Talk to him about it. I think Steve Carell would be great too. I know that he likes the show too. So
yeah, all right, yeah. Well, hopefully it'll happen.
We'll make a call.
Yeah, we'll make a few calls. The industry giants that we are. When you're working on stand up. Obviously you're constructing more of an experiential show, but do you love just because you are a writer, just quote unquote taking pen to paper and setting up the structure and doing all that? Is that how you operate when you're writing?
No, it's a very different process.
Different process.
The show is, because a full half of my show, I'm making up as I go.
Okay.
And so as a result, my solo stand-up show, I think reaches higher highs than any other stand-up comedians,
Yeah.
I mean, yes and no, but you know what I'm saying? Like within, it's like we hit highs in the second half because it's improvised that it's just so, I don't know. It's just different. It's a different kind of show. It's very close to an improv show the second half. So I love that, man. Like, I love the energy and excitement of not knowing where the joke's going to wind up. Like, I borrow 3 audience cell phones. I have no idea what I'm going to text. I start asking them questions, scrolling through their phone. I'm reading their text, and an idea will come. and I text the person, their grandma, I text their son, their what have you, and then I have no idea what the person's going to text back, just like in Practical Jokers.
Right.
So it's so much a rush for me as a performer, of like trusting that I'm going to get where I got to go, not knowing what the end goal is, but then also calculating on stage what the best things to say are, what the best order to text and FaceTime people in. It's very mentally stimulating.
You got to have some balls to turn, especially with your line of work, to turn your cell phone over to you and let you have at it.
No way.
Because I wouldn't be confident that you wouldn't be checking things like the photo library and all that other crap. I wouldn't
do that, but
okay.
I did do something last week for the first time. A guy's phone was in my hand, and a notification popped up. He's the Ring doorbell app,
Yeah.
And a notification popped up, an alert from one of his neighbors, which is part of my stand-up half of the show. I talk about my Ring doorbells and how I got thrown off the Ring doorbell network because years ago, when my wife and I first moved to Jersey, as a joke, we kept posting crazy alerts to the Ring doorbell network. I did dozens of them, and they eventually kicked me off the app. So I tell the whole story on stage, and I'm on stage last week. A guy's phone is in my hand, and an alert pops up from the Ring doorbell network, and I scream. I was like, "Oh my God, you have the Ring doorbell app!" And so I started posting crazy alerts from his account. I can't do the account anymore. He's screwed, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
Screwing this guy up.
So if people come see the show, should they remove certain contacts from their phone just in case?
Well, I always say criteria. I was like, if you're cheating on your spouse, don't give me your phone.
Yes, of course.
I will find out.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. All right. Well, listen, the show is on Thursday. And real quick, if you don't mind, Murr, before we let you go, you mentioned your book, You Better Watch Out. That's recently came out. What's the story of that, the synopsis, in case people want a nice holiday book to purchase?
It's a great Christmas book. It's perfect for the season. It's 6 strangers wake up in the middle of a forest. They don't know in a town, but the town is fake. It's only like the 2 square Main Street blocks of a town. Like half the buildings you can even push over. They're not real.
Right.
The 6 strangers don't know each other. They don't know how they got there. All they remember is being pricked in the neck or knocked out the night before. And one by one, they're getting hunted by an unknown assassin, a killer, a serial killer. You got to figure out what the secret of this town is. And
love that.
You're going to love the twist. It is outrageously good. But also, get tickets to this Thursday night, Valley Forge Casino.
Yep.
At the Stress Factory. Get your tickets at murrlive.com.
All right. We'll send him there. Murr, it's great to catch up with you. If we don't see you
It's great
soon,
to see you again.
enjoy
Hope
the
to
rest
see
of your brother.
you.
All right, we'll see you. James Murray, guys. Murr on the Preston and Steve Show. From Impractical Jokers, of course. Man, they have continued to be incredibly successful over several years with that show.
They've evolved.
Man,
they've changed. They've gone along, and they've made all the right calls. But at this point, did you think they'd go this long with that concept?
No, I did not. And it's because their creativity is fresh.
Yeah. I mean, because they are so, not in the beginning, but now are so recognizable.
Yeah.
It's got to be so hard to pull some of this stuff off. But obviously, if you do stuff in New York City, like everybody sort of blends in.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we got a couple of minutes to play with before we get to the Bizarre File. And I saw a couple of articles that were
Bizarre File's next break. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of time to kill before we get to that. So I wanted to pass along a couple of things that I saw. And near the end of the year, sometimes we hear these, or we get these lists that have to do with names, people's names. And there's 2 of them that I have. There's 2 of them. One of them are once popular baby names that are falling out of favor. So they are bordering on extinction.
Which kind of blows my mind, some of these names.
Mm-hmm. So there's a new report that was revealed 10 names that have seen a significant decrease in use over the years. It was compiled by NameCun, K-U-N. NameCun. A company that analyzes records worldwide. So included in the list are Lauren, Karen,
really?
which
obviously is fallen out of favor.
Sheila, Brenda, Gladys, Galvin, which I was not really that familiar with.
Gladys, to me, it's an
old lady.
Rings like an old lady.
There was a old baseball player whose baseball card is worth a lot, and his first name is Pud. Pud Galvin, yeah.
There you go.
Pud.
He's like behind Cy Young and the most wins of all time in Major League Baseball.
Cy Young Hong Kong.
Yeah. I could see Gladys, though, making its comeback. I do.
Yeah, me too. Because everything old is new, and at some point, like Myrtle and a few of these other names are going to seem cool again.
But as Karen probably has a lot more time before, because it's now sort of a pejorative.
Yeah, now there's a negative connotation, so I can see that going bye-bye for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But like down the hall, Kristen Herman, her daughter's name is Gertrude, right? And that is a super old lady sounding name, but they call her Trudy, which I think is a really great.
It is.
What do you call it? Nickname for Gertrude?
Yeah, when I was younger, a guy my age, he had kids before we did, and named his son Oliver, and I was like, Oliver.
Yeah.
But now Oliver doesn't sound
no
as nerdy as it did when he first named the kid. So they were kind of ahead of it, I thought. So let me get to the other ones they're going away. So besides Galvin, Pud, Roderick, Gary, and Neville and Dale are on the way out. So they're
The name Gary can't go away. My son plays rugby with a kid named Gary, and he has he had a cheering section in the crowd. They could not wait for him to go in just so they could chant his name. I love the name Gary.
What was the chant?
Just Gary. Oh, just the name Gary.
Gary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why the name can't go away?
Yeah, listen, I had a stuffed animal named Gary. I love the name Gary.
So all of this list has to be cleared by Casey.
Yeah.
Any rugby kids, whether it's a cheer associated or stuffed animals.
Stuffed cow.
Right.
Named Gary.
Makes sense.
You had a stuffed cow named Gary?
Yeah.
Where'd you get Gary from? I mean, was it just what came to you?
I just like the name
You
Gary.
just like the name Gary?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my early friends was named Gary.
Okay.
When you think of the name Dale, do you think of a man or a woman?
Think of a man.
Man, I just think of Captain Dale.
I think of Captain Dale too, but I had some female friends growing up. Mrs. Bassett Powell, her first name was Dale.
Dale Evans was Roy Rogers.
Yeah.
Dale Evans.
Yeah. So many of these names reached their peak popularity in the mid-20th century between the 1950s and 70s and have since declined sharply, either falling out of the top 1,000 or becoming extremely rare among newborns. Cultural shifts and evolving name trends have also contributed to the decline, as names once viewed as common are now regarded as old-fashioned.
Casey, I was thinking about the thing that I think you shared it last week or the week before about Jalen Rose and how nobody was named Jalen before Jalen Rose existed. And his father's name was James and his uncle's name was Leonard. And that's where his mom got the name. And I was thinking about it over the weekend because at one point during the Eagles game, there were 3 Jalens out on the field at one time. And that name just didn't exist, really, before Jalen Rose, the basketball player, existed.
Wow. So Neville and Galvin are so rarely used nowadays that they might be considered nearly extinct names of new births.
Neville, I always associate with a sort of a British sounding name.
Yep.
Like Neville Bromhead.
Neville.
Yeah.
Longbottom, yeah.
Yeah, Neville Longbottom.
My next door neighbor has a Mini Cooper, and its name is Nigel.
Nigel.
Isn't that great?
Of course it is.
It's got
Let's
it on
take
the
a
list.
little ride in Nigel, what do you say?
According to a report, Karen was among the most popular names for girls in the U.S. from the 1950s and 1960s, but its usage has dropped sharply in recent decades, falling to number 831 by 2020, and I'm sure it's fallen even further by now. Brenda reached its peak in the 1960s.
I grew up next to a Brenda and a Karen.
Ranking among the top 20, but by 2017, only a few hundred newborn girls were given the name Brenda. It had largely fallen out of use as well.
What about Brender?
Brender, and only if they are with Eddie.
Okay.
They were the popular steady,
That's right.
and the king of the
I'm
queen
a little
of the
surprised that Lauren's dropping off. I knew so many Laurens.
Yeah, I still know.
Yeah.
I still know many Laurens. And I think Lauren is a perfectly wonderful
I do
name.
too, yeah.
Laurens
And
are
the
usually
Laurens that I know are
cute,
awesome.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laurens are usually cute. I had a crush on a Lauren when I was in 8th grade. Big time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wonder what she's up to these days.
I don't know, but she had a cow named Gary, which was really weird.
She did too?
Yeah.
It's a small world.
Some older generation names such as Sheila and Gladys have all but vanished. See, Sheila is one that I see from time to time.
Who did that song? Oh, Sheila.
Let me love you till the break of dawn. No, it wasn't
No.
Prince. It was, oh, man, I know it.
Yeah.
I know it. It was a one-hit wonder.
Oh, boy.
Nick's going to have to look it up. Ready for the world.
Yeah.
Ready for the world.
I have a cousin named Sheila.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it a cow?
But,
cow.
I mean, the question is whether or not young, babies.
Yeah.
Or do you hear these names popping up?
Yeah,
The most
35.
recent Sheila we had was Sheila Watko, who came by from NBC 10.
That's right.
She's great.
She's young,
Yeah.
and everything, but not baby. And that's kind of what this is hinging on, as to whether newborns are being brought up, younger people. So, I don't know.
It'd be weird. I mean, names that have got, there'd be no way to know if a name has gone, a fairly common name from years ago has gone fully extinct, that there's been no one within a calendar year named that name.
Yeah.
There'd be no way to find that out.
Within the country, no, people.
Globally.
Yeah, globally,
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
but in the country, this is all done in the U.S. by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way. So, yeah, they can find out, in the U.S. whether or not names are used or not.
A good way to revive some of these names is to give it to a different gender, right? So, like, maybe you're not looking at, girl baby Sheila, but boy baby
My
Sheila.
daughter Chuck.
Yeah. My daughter Preston.
Yeah.
I mean, go to the absolute extreme. Ralph, or something
Yeah,
like
I said
that.
for a girl.
Yeah.
And then have him play.
Although, and so I married an axe murderer.
Ralph!
Remember?
Uh-huh. That's why it was so confusing.
Ralph, and you know what one I always liked was in Fletch? Larry.
Larry.
Gina
Oh, yeah.
Davis was Larry.
I love your body, Larry.
Love your body, Larry. I love that. I mean, just a clearly, without question, masculine name. And then there are some occasions where men will have a clearly feminine name, like Carol Shelby.
Yes.
Like Gail is another one, usually spelled, I don't think spelled Gail, but Gale maybe, but Gail.
Or Gael.
Or Gael.
Gladys.
I haven't heard that one yet as a man, but let's change things.
Why not?
Let's turn
Who's
turn it
bold
around.
enough out there to name their son this very day?
Gladys.
Gladys.
And of course, there's a boy named Sue.
Yes.
Of course. But now the AKC, the American Kennel Club, has come out with the top dog names based on registration statistics and enrollments in its AKC Canine Partners program.
I think Gary's a great dog name.
I know you've mentioned that, especially if you can find a dog that plays rugby.
But I have the most popular boy dog names and girl dog names for 2025.
You're Rook and
Haley.
Haley,
Rook's
yes.
a boy, Haley's a girl. So do you want the top 10?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Boy dog names. Number 10 is Finn.
Finn. I like that for a
love
dog.
that name.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Charlie.
Charlie's a great name for a lovable dog.
Who's Charlie? Where is he?
Yeah, where is he?
Yeah.
Who is Charlie? Where is he? Is this Charlie?
Number 8 is Maverick.
And it's a Top Gun reference.
Yep. And number 7 is Duke. Another
great name.
Strong masculine name. Here's one you hear all the time: Bear.
Bear's a great name.
I know people who've
Large
I've
hair,
known
yeah.
people who've had dogs named Bear.
Yeah,
The funny thing to do is to name a dog that, like if you take like a teacup poodle and name it Thor.
Hercules.
Yeah.
Our dog growing up, his middle name was Bear.
Sorry
Your
about
dog
that,
was
Nick.
what?
Our dog growing up, his middle name was Bear. His first name was Tugger, and his middle name was Bear.
Tugger nuts.
Tugger Bear. Tug McGraw.
Oh, really? It was named after Tug McGraw?
Tug McGraw, and he got in tug of war fights when he was a pup.
Okay. Number 5 is Gus.
Gus.
We had a Gus name. We had Tugger first, then we had Gus, and then we had Risky.
When I think of a mechanic in overalls, I always think of Gus.
Where'd you come up with Risky?
Riskabob, actually my parents adopted him, so he might have been named Risky when they got him. He was like a risky proposition. But yeah, we had 3 Goldens and Risky was the third.
What is Gus short for?
Augustus.
Augustus. Okay.
Number 4 is Cooper. That's a good name.
Cooper's a good name, too.
Yep.
These are good pet names.
Number 3 is Teddy.
My brother has a dog named Teddy.
For
Looks
male
like a little
dogs.
teddy bear.
Number 2 is Hank. Come on over here, old Hank. Have a seat.
Duke was the Clampett's dog.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bloodhound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then number 1 is Max.
Max.
I've known a few people
Yeah.
who've had dogs named Max. It's just an easy go-to. All right, the top 10 most popular girl dog names. Casey, you ever come up with girl dog names?
No, because all dogs are boys.
How about Gary?
No. No, because I like boy dogs. I think that they're just more loyal.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know, they just kind of feel that way. But
Are dogs boys and cats girls?
Well, yeah, that's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Right,
because they had a dog and the dog was pregnant and they were like, no, it's a boy dog. I don't know what you're talking about. But we did have a dog named Maggie, and that was a girl.
Was Hershey a boy or a girl?
Boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, number 10 on this list is Sadie, followed by Nova. That's a good name.
Nova was the girl in Planet of the Apes.
Number 8 is Penny. Number 7 is Maggie.
Yeah.
Number 6, Willow.
Oh, I like that.
Number 5 is Ruby.
I like Ruby as just a regular girl name. My friend Kevin Kevin has a daughter named Ruby. I like that.
Number 4 is Lucy.
Lucille, Pierre's dog.
Number 3 is Daisy. We had a Daisy when I was
Daisy is a classic name.
Yeah, it's a classic. That's why it's ranked in the top 3 here. Number 2 is Bella.
Is that from Twilight?
101 Dalmatians.
Oh, yeah.
No, the female.
That was the mom?
The matriarch was Bella. Yeah, you said
The
Bella.
bitch.
And then number 1 is Luna.
I knew it was going to be Luna.
Yeah, I think it's been Luna for a couple of years now.
So we got our dog. Her name is Kizzy, and that was named by Grace from Finding Shelter, and I believe that is Swahili.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kizzy was one of the characters in Roots. One of the main characters in the movie Roots. So yeah, it would have an African origin for sure.
We had a chicken that we named George.
Oh, well, it stays in line with that.
Absolutely.
Of course. Yeah.
And then we had a turtle that was named Alex Haley.
Wow. The author.
Yeah.
My
we kept
goodness.
it all in the Roots environment.
I guess so. So these are the top 10 most popular dog names by gender for 2025. And I know that Casey thinks that about dog names quite a bit.
All the time. But, like,
During sex?
Not during sex. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Possibly.
Gary would be a good name.
I'll tell you what. I wouldn't want any of my names to be on the top 10 list. I would like for it to stand out. And
You want a unique name that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like Gary.
Yeah. Well, now we know it's a popular name.
Yeah.
All right, so I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yes.
And these other, we're starting to get, once we get to Thanksgiving, the year-end lists start arising.
And I love them.
And some of them are pretty interesting,
Yeah.
so they're worth sharing. All right, well, listen, we need to take a quick break, come back in just a moment, and when we do, we'll have the Bizarre File. All right, got some good stories to share with you. Stay put. Back in a moment. Every year. I read the series countless times. Nope, I read that part already. Let me go back to this. And I reread the story every year, every Christmas, to get in the holiday spirit. Growing up, my family and I went to the premiere screening of the latest movie, and what started as my obsession turned into full-out family affair as I got the rest of my family hooked on the magic of the Harry Potter universe. We traveled to Universal Studios' Wizarding World of Harry Potter when I was 19, and I remember seeing the top of the Hogwarts castle and instantly burst into tears. I can definitely recite every movie from start to finish, and I'm always the go-to person when someone has a question about their Harry Potter timeline or whether or not Snape really was a good guy. For years, my friends and I would watch the full 8 movies in a marathon event. We would bake snitch cake pops, craft sorting hat cupcakes, and brew our very own butterbeer, all while playing Harry Potter trivia and discussing our favorite moments from the series. There really is something special about the magic that J.K. created, and I would love to put my knowledge to the test. Gang, welcome Lauren DiStefano.
Love it.
Hi, Lauren. How you doing?
I'm good.
All right, so tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm from Downingtown, Pennsylvania.
From Downingtown, Pennsylvania. What do you do?
I work at a law office now.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Okay, nice.
You can employ spells in changing a witness's testimony. You bring up something that I thought was really cool, and I think of it this the same way. For some reason, I perceive Harry Potter, the movies, as Christmas time fare.
Every single movie has a Christmas scene.
Right. And so it's always applicable. Yeah, no.
And so, Lauren, how long have you been listening to the Preston and Steve show?
Probably my whole life. My parents are Y100 listeners, and we had like the CDs, and I was like, oh, that's the only station is Preston and Steve. So I just didn't know.
We were our own station, the Preston and Steve station.
So you're wearing a Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry shirt this morning, and you're wearing some funky looking glasses.
Yes,
what are those?
Luna Lovegood's glasses.
Those are Luna Lovegood's glasses.
Oh, wow. So she can see everything.
Okay, that's beautiful. And would, I'd asked Steph who she identified with, and she said Lovegood. What about you?
I think, my favorite character is Sirius. I love him so much. I love his arc of being the villain to the good guy, but never getting like the redemption of it. But everyone who loves and knows him knows he was the good guy.
You mean Severus?
No, Sirius.
Oh, Sirius. Oh, Sirius Black. I'm sorry. Okay.
Out of prison, and everybody's like, and then he finally at the very end, they're like, oh yeah, he was a good guy all along.
Okay.
Wow.
I just loved him.
Oh, you guys are the real deal.
Well, we're going to put you to the test, guys. All right. Are you ready to get this underway?
Ready.
All right.
Ready.
Let's test your. Now we have. You guys are going to be buzzing, and I'm going to explain the rules. But let's just test your bells and see how it sounds. Steph. That's Steph's bell, and this is Lauren's bell. So a little bit of a different tone to each so we can tell the difference, and we should be able to hear that. Okay. All right, let's get this underway and tell you guys how we're going to be rolling this out for Battle of the So-Called Experts. There are 3 rounds, and they increase in difficulty. We will begin with the easiest questions, and they will be worth 1 point each. There are 4 questions per round.
Okay.
Second round, the questions are worth 2 points. And the third round, the questions are worth 5 points. So even if you're behind going into the third round, it can really change, and you can end up winning because of the difficulty level. Now, I will ask you a question. You have to buzz in to answer. If you get that question correct, you get points. Now, here's what I want you to keep in mind. If you buzz in while I'm asking the question, and I haven't finished the question yet, I will stop, and you will have to answer based only on what I've said so far. If you're incorrect, your opponent will get to hear the rest of the clue and also answer that question, and they get a benefit because they'll hear your incorrect answer. They'll hear the rest of the clue and might have a better shot at getting that. So keep that in mind as I ask the questions, whether or not you're ready to buzz in. And by the way, we will have a tiebreaker if necessary. If we have a tie at the end of the game, we'll have a tiebreaker question that is ready to go. And the winner gets our porcelain Tri-Wizards Cup here this morning. Gorgeous. It's actually a By-Wizards Cup because we only have 2 Wizards in the studio this morning. But that is from our friend Eva, who created this. She is the ceramic studio manager at the Wayne Art Center.
She's so talented. She's so incredible. She recently had an art opening out in Westchester at Westchester University. Eva's a great artist and a really cool person. She actually submitted to be in this contest because she loves Harry Potter so much. But when she wasn't selected, she made this trophy for us instead.
That was very cool. And you can check out our Instagram account. We'll make sure we post that. It's at arts.by.eva. If you want to take a look. So thank you, Eva Hozinez. Is that how you say her last name? Hozinez.
Yeah,
All
she's
right,
awesome.
So thank you, Eva. All right, we are ready to get the battle underway.
Oh, boy.
Let's begin. All right. Let's get Steph and Lauren in place. Hands by your buzzers, by your bells, I should say.
Are we doing practice questions first, or are we just getting right to it?
You know what? All right, I'll do a practice question just so you know what it's like to buzz in. And by the way, the questions are difficult. I'm currently reading, and I've seen all the movies. I didn't get any one of these correct. All right, so but that's hey, I'm a neophyte compared to you guys. So let's try a very, very simple question, and buzz in if you know the answer. What street do the Dursleys live on? Okay, so then we would go to Lauren for that answer.
Privet Drive.
That is absolutely correct. So that's just a test. And that is how it's going to work. So we can clearly hear the bells.
Yes.
We know who's in.
All right.
And we can decide who gets to answer the question. All right, here we go.
Did you say where their hands need to go?
They can hover.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hands can hover.
We covered that off air. So, all right, first question, stand by. Here we go. And these are the easy questions for 1 point. In Prisoner of Azkaban, Snape commands his students to turn to... All right.
394.
That is correct, Lauren. Which page? 394. 1 point for Lauren.
I'm keeping score, right?
That was excellent. Yes. All right. Next question. After Dumbledore's passing, he gives Harry the very first snitch that he ever caught. All right, we're going to go to Steph for that answer.
I open at the close.
She is correct. The rest of the question was, what was the sentence that appeared on the golden sphere?
Wow.
I open at the close.
These guys are good.
1 point each. Next question. What are the full names of the 4 Hogwarts house? All right, we're going to go to Lauren. Lauren.
Salazar Slytherin. Godric Gryffindor. Rowena Ravenclaw, and Helga Hufflepuff.
That is correct. Those are the full names of the 4 Hogwarts house founders. So far, all my questions asked have been buzzed in early on.
Yes, they have.
They're extremely confident. Now, these are the easiest of the questions. Final question in the first round. Harry Potter's birthday is July 31st. Which character was born one day? Let's go to Lauren.
Neville Longbottom.
That is correct. Born one day before him.
Oh my God.
And the total so far in round one, Nick.
Lauren with 3, Steph with 1.
All right, 3-1.
3-1.
And these two are jumping in before every single, before I had a chance to finish every single question.
I mean, we have absolutely the best competitors you could possibly have.
Most definitely. All right, on to round 2. Right now, Lauren leads 3-1. Here's your next question. These are medium, and these are 2 points each. 2 points each. What is the name of Lavender Brown's rabbit?
Oh my God, that's literally the one pet I did not make a flashcard about.
Flashcard.
Steph was doing flashcards.
Everyone else is.
You did flashcards?
Lavender Brown.
What is the name of Lavender Brown's rabbit? I'll give you guys about 5 more seconds to think about it.
Like flashcards for this contest?
Yes.
Yes! That's what a competitor looks like, Kathy.
High level flashcard. I played Trivial Pursuit last night.
There you go.
Running through the cards.
Yes. These guys are serious.
All right, Kathy interrupted. 5 seconds starts now. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, they're not going to take a chance at it. It was Binky. Didn't know that? Doesn't even ring a bell, does it? Okay. Fair enough. Well, it's a good thing you didn't answer them.
Wow.
Next
Is
question.
there a deduction?
No. No, if you get it wrong, you're not penalized.
Yes. You're not penalized, but you do kind of give up a little bit of information to the other competitor. All right, next is, what is Hermione's boggart? Okay, let's go to Steph.
It's Professor McGonagall telling her that she failed her exams.
She got it!
Nice!
So that's 2 points.
Yes.
And that means it's
all tied up.
It's 3-3.
Yeah.
All right, third question from the medium round, round 2. What animals represent each of the houses? All right, we're going to go to Lauren.
For Slytherin, it's a snake. Ravenclaw, it's an eagle. Hufflepuff is a badger, and Gryffindor is a lion.
That's correct. 2 points for Lauren.
I want to hang with these guys.
I'm telling you, man. They're so much fun. All right, and then the last question for the medium round, round 2, is how many staircases are... Okay, let's go to Lauren.
142.
That's correct. Staircases are at Hogwarts. Wow. All right, Nick. Totals.
After round 2, Lauren's still in the lead with 7, but Steph not far behind with 3.
All right, and it doesn't matter because going into this round, the points really jump up, and each question is worth 5 points each.
Wow.
As
Can
we
really
go for
change.
the quest of the Tri-Wizards Cup. And Steph, look, everybody, these guys are bouncing up and down. They're all excited.
I'm worried if that lavender one. I'm like, I know. Do I know anything?
All right, Casey, here we go. Final round. The most difficult questions that we could come up with yet. And here, this is really going to find out what you know about the Harry Potter universe. Let's go with this one. Okay, now these scenes were filmed but later deleted and never released. All right, so here's the question. Which English actor / comedian played Peeves? I didn't think we'd get an answer on this one. This is a real deep, kind of beyond just watching the movies and reading the books. Which English actor or comedian played Peeves?
It wasn't the Mr. Bean guy.
Hey, you didn't buzz in.
Right. All right, time's up. All right. I didn't think you knew this. So Peeves is a character who's a poltergeist.
Yeah.
I do know that because I'm reading in the first 2 books. But he would have been played by actor and comedian Rick Mail, who played Drop Dead Fred, and he's also Rick from The Young One. So that's a really, really hard question.
That predates you guys.
All right, here is the next one. In response to the treatment of house elves, Hermione... Oh, all right, we had Steph ring in first.
It's called SPEW, the Society for the Promotion of Elfish Welfare.
That is for 5 points!
Wow! Those index cards paying off.
To
Finish it. Hermione founded an organization called SPEW. What does SPEW stand for? And she's correct. The Society for the Promotion of Elfish Welfare. Well done. What's the point total, Nick?
Wow, with that correct answer, Steph has moved into the lead. It's now 8-7.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
1 point lead. All right, 2 more questions to go. Here we go. Get your hands by your button, or by your bell, I should say. What is Nearly Headless Nick's real name? Okay, we're going to go to Lauren. Lauren.
Nicholas Demimsey Pompsey? Something like that. I don't think I got it.
That's incorrect.
Yeah.
No. Okay. All right. So that means that, Steph, you can take a free guess no matter what. Even if you get it wrong, it's no big deal.
I know it starts with Sir Nicholas the rest of it.
All right. You guys aren't going to get that right. Sir Nicholas Demimsey Porpington.
You were close.
So Thursday's a Great American Smokeout. We were having some issues with the text messages earlier, so we're going to take phone calls of people who are sick and tired of tobacco and vaping, cigarettes, whatever it may be, cigars, that has taken over your life, and you want to be rid of it for free. The Great American Smokeout is coming up on Thursday. Our buddy Dr. Rosenberg is going to be here, and he is going to take that away from people. And we need 8 people to call us. 610-660-9333. If you can make it by here Thursday morning, by 7:30, you and no one else come in. Dr. Rosenberg walks you through the hypnosis process, and then hopefully you're done with it for good after that. And then, of course, if you would like to, if you're not one of the 8 that can get through, he does have a special deal for you. If you mention Preston and Steve, you can save $100 off the cost of your session, and you can go to quititnow.com to take advantage of that.
Preston, we mentioned cigars and cigarettes, but he can also help you kick Tiparillos. If you want to, you can kick those as well.
I don't even know what that is.
Cigars, cigarettes, Tiparillos. They're kind of like a cigar-cigarette. They were all the rage as part of that ad. Do you remember that ad campaign years ago? Cigars, cigarettes, Tiparillos.
I do not. I apologize, but I'm not familiar with that.
Hang on. Does Betty Boop say that in Roger Rabbit? Cigars, cigarettes, Tiparillos.
She might.
When she's walking around.
Yeah.
I think, Steve, that sounds familiar to me. And I think that she's wearing this apron where they got the cigarettes and the cigars attached to her. And it's a line that she uses, which I didn't know what the origin was until right now.
It's from this ad. I wonder, though, there was another product that came out that was a quasi-cigarette cigar. What was that called? Because Tiparillo was the first one I remember.
Cigarillos?
Cigarillos. That might have been it. Yeah.
Maybe I do remember those. But yes, if you are a smoker or a vapor and you want to end this, Great American Smokeout is on Thursday, 610-660-9333. We'll see if we can get you on board and get you in here.
And he's done it. We've seen people walk out and then not smoke again. He does an association thing that is meant to disgust you, and it often works.
Yep. Let's see if it works on you. All right, we'll get to the Bizarre File.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Monster Mania 65 this weekend in Oaks with Gillian Anderson, who we spoke to earlier, Michael Rooker, Vincent D'Onofrio, Linda Blair, and others. Tickets at monstermania.net or at the door while they last. We'll start with this story. A motorist told police he was busy attempting to pee into a Budweiser can when he accidentally plowed into another vehicle on a Montana roadway.
Listen, I don't care how good you are. That's a tough move.
Yeah. James Howard was driving his Chevrolet Suburban when he slammed into the rear of a Volkswagen carrying 2 passengers. A highway patrol officer who arrived at the scene reported seeing Howard with a large Budweiser beer can in his right hand, which he moved into the center console. Howard, cops say, handed over the beer can when asked and said it contained urine and not beer. He further explained that he, quote, rear-ended the vehicle because he was attempting to urinate into the beer can while driving. The Volkswagen driver told cops that he was at a stoplight before exiting Interstate 90 when he saw lights approaching in his rearview mirror and told his girlfriend to brace for impact. Howard, who claimed to have consumed only 1 beer, reportedly smelled alcohol. His speech was slow and slurred, and his pants were wet with urine.
Oh, you're in the wrong kind of condition to try to pee into the opening of a beer can at that point.
Howard stated that he had more than a couple DUIs and was not supposed to be driving. He said, "I'm going to jail for an effing long time." That was his quote.
You just keep talking, son.
A police check of Howard's driving history showed that his license had been suspended earlier this month and that he had 4 prior impaired driving convictions. A post-crash test registered his blood alcohol concentration at more than 3 times the legal limit. He was arrested for aggravated DUI and is being held in the county jail on a $10,000 bond.
You remember those things we got? This company that made them, and they were meant exactly for this purpose. So they were kind of like, yeah. Did you ever use them?
No, but they were in the trunk of my car forever and ever.
I had mine as well. Never used it.
Yeah, there's only been rare occasions when I've had to do that, and I had the same thing. I got rid of it eventually. It was taking up space in my trunk. All right, listen to this moron. A convicted Ponzi schemer whose 24-year prison term was commuted by President Donald Trump in 2021 was now sentenced to another 37 years behind bars for stealing $44 million from investors after he was released.
Whoops.
Eli Weinstein was sentenced Friday for defrauding investors who believed their money was buying COVID-19 masks, baby formula, and first aid kits bound for Ukraine. Instead, Weinstein and his conspirators used the money to repay early investors and for personal expenses like gambling in casinos and buying real estate, prosecutors said in a federal court in Trenton. The judge, Michael Shipp, said Mr. Weinstein received a gift that very few have received in the United States. And he said he then squandered that gift after getting out of prison by starting again to steal from investors and laundering their money. He said Mr. Weinstein's a predator that has stolen investors' life's savings. The judge ordered him to pay the restitution $44 million for his conviction by a jury in Shipp's courtroom. He also sentenced co-defendant Ari Bromberg to 12 years in prison.
I bet a bad boy.
Prosecutors sought a sentence of a half-century in prison, an unusually harsh term in a white-collar case. Weinstein's lawyer, Ileana Haramati, asked for 15 years. Weinstein, who wore a dark green jail jumpsuit and sported a black beard, declined to make a statement in court. Shipp, who said he reviewed more than 120 victim statements heard from 5 in the courtroom before sentencing him, all said that Weinstein was causing them great financial or emotional harm. One man referred only to his victim. CF said Weinstein stole more than $1 million from him, his wife, and their children, and 88-year-old mother-in-law.
So wait a second. They make dark green prison jumpsuits?
Weinstein gave millions of dollars in investors' money to his friends so they could gamble at casinos. He also bought real estate and jewelry. He also hid his illicit business activities and assets to avoid paying $228 million in restitution still owed to victims from his first Ponzi scheme, which was in 2013. He pleaded guilty to a real estate scheme and was sentenced to 22 years in prison by a judge who added 2 more years for fraud. He served nearly 8 years before Trump commuted his sentence on the last day of his first term. And prosecutors said Weinstein's new crimes began within months of his release. He just went right back at it.
I'm seeing some red flags with this guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, a man was charged with smuggling after Customs and Border Protection officers at the U.S.-Mexican border noticed a suspicious bulge in his pants, only to learn he had 2 parakeets hidden in his underwear.
All right. The old parakeets in the underwear story.
Jesse Agus Martinez, who is a U.S. citizen living in Tijuana, was indicted Friday after authorities said he tried to smuggle 2 heavily sedated, orange-fronted parakeets, a protected species, into the U.S. late last month.
May I feed some crackers to my penis?
The birds, an endangered species native to Mexico, were found apparently unconscious but breathing and heavily sedated inside 2 brown sacks.
A lot of times they die.
When questioned by customs officers, Martinez claimed several times that the bulge in his pants was his pirin, which is a Spanish word for penis. However, when authorities took a closer look, they discovered the 2 parakeets hidden inside his underwear.
Oh, man.
U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service agents then examined the birds and identified them as juvenile orange-fronted parakeets. The birds were sent to a Department of Agriculture Animal Import Center for quarantine, are reportedly now in stable condition. Between 1998 and 2008, more than 8,000 of the green and orange parakeets were legally captured, making them the second most sought-after parrot species in Mexico.
Could you imagine being smuggled into the country, being pressed against some dude's nutsack
the whole way.
I don't think I'd like it.
All right, and here's a follow-up story for you. An off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot who forced an emergency landing in Portland in 2023 after he said he had a mental health crisis and blamed psychedelic mushrooms learned his fate in federal court. Joseph Emerson was sentenced by a federal judge on Monday to time served and was told to pay $60,000 in restitution, which he's already paid. And he's also required to serve 3 years of supervised release, so no home detention will be required.
That's pretty light.
He could have received a maximum 20 years in prison.
Yeah.
In October 2023, he flew in a jump seat in the cockpit, which is used by off-duty pilots. A court record showed that Emerson told police that he was grieving the death of his best friend, had taken psychedelic mushrooms about 2 days earlier and hadn't slept in more than 40 hours, and he tried to cut the engines but was stopped. He said he didn't intend to crash the plane, but he wanted to wake up. The case sparked a national conversation about policies regarding pilot mental health. Meanwhile, a state court sentenced Emerson to 5 years probation in September, more than $60,000 in restitution. When he pleaded guilty in September to interfering with a flight crew, Emerson said, "I regret the harm I caused to every single person on that airplane."
How many mushrooms will the FAA allow an active pilot to do before taking a flight?
Don't know that, but he lost his wings permanently. He vows to lift up other aviators through his nonprofit called Clear Skies Ahead. He said, "Today is all blue skies. So it's going to be a great day today, and I'm so happy to be here."
From the top of my head to the parakeets in my underwear.
Wow.
I swear to God.
All right, and that is what I have in the bizarre file for you this morning. Oh, what do we have here, Case?
Betty Boop.
Oh, this is a follow-up to the moment ago thing we had.
Remember?
Shut up. Shut up, Richard. The moment ago thing we had. All right, this is it.
Cigars, cigarettes, Eddie Valiant.
No, it's just cigars and cigarettes.
All right. I thought she said
Long time no see.
What are you doing here?
Work's been kind of slow since cartoons went to color.
All right, so, yep, just cigars, cigarettes. All righty, why don't we take a break? We're getting people for the Great American Smokeout, and we'll continue to do that until we come back. We'll get the lesson question, the trash, the music news, these things for you, my friends. Stay put. We'll be right back.
That name that you're like, Sir Nicholas, moving on. You
I
don't read
know,
the
right?
full name.
It's so
British.
it's so many syllables, and it's exactly.
That's a classic Harry Potter name, though.
This is the last question that we have here.
And it's anybody's game.
It's anybody's game right now. So this is in the past contests we've had runaways.
Yeah.
This time around, it's down to this last one. Here we go. Final question. On his 11th birthday, Dudley Dursley's parents take him and Harry to the zoo and also bring along Dudley's best friend. What is that friend's name?
You're looking at each other.
Lauren almost cursed right into the microphone.
It's a super minor character from the first book. I know that.
Repeat the question, Preston.
On his 11th birthday, Dudley Dursley's parents take him and Harry to the zoo and also bring along Dudley's best friend. What is that friend's name? They have this intense look. Steph looks like she has no idea. Lauren is kind of picking around in her brain.
Whoever he is, he's not a nice little boy.
Right. 5 seconds left.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna put a
might as
guess
well.
in.
Go ahead.
Albert.
Incorrect. I'm sorry. Nick, what does that mean?
That means with 8 points, Steph is our winner. Oh my God! Steph is the champion.
They are so evenly matched.
Oh my
Wait, what was it?
Yeah, who was it?
Piers Polkis.
Loser.
Please.
I mean, I don't. That was neck and neck.
All right, just for fun, we had more questions, and we're never going to use these for anything. And while we have Steph as the winner of the Tri-Wizards Cup here this morning and the self-proclaimed expert of the Harry Potter universe, just for fun, let me try out a couple of other questions for you guys. Who was the freed female house elf who neither wanted? All right, let's go to Lauren.
Winky.
Winky is correct. How about this one? Okay, let's see what you know about the making of the films. Christopher Columbus directed the first 2 movies. David Yates directed the last 4. Who directed 3 and 4?
Alfonso Yates? I know it's Alfonso.
All right.
I know it's Alfonso.
There were 2 people. Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire, respectively, was Alfonso Cuarón and Mike Newell.
Okay.
All right, and then one last one. Let's see. What'll be a good question? Oh, yeah, this one. Okay. What are Snape's very first words to Harry, and what is it believed they allude to? That's a hard one.
Snape's very first words to Harry.
You'll never get it because it's really intricate. So the first words were, what would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood? And apparently an asphodel is a member of the lily family, and wormwood can be defined as a state or source of bitterness or grief. Snape is alluding to the death of Lily Potter, Harry's mother.
Wow.
So that's supposedly some of the lore, but that was like insanely hard.
That makes me want to cry, knowing that fact. I didn't know that.
That's in the first book, and then you know what you know about Snape much later on. But it's that's how layered and how intricate and how complicated the books are, and why it's so much fun to go back and rewatch the movies and reread the books.
It's poetic.
Every time I reread, I find something that I'm like, well, how did I not see that before? Like it's a connection.
Well, you guys, you just put on a Harry Potter clinic. I mean, that's some amazing stuff, and you were neck and neck for the whole thing. It's just amazing.
Steph, I am now proud to bestow upon you the honor of the Preston and Steve Tri-Wizards Cup for your triumphant victory in Battle of the So-Called Experts.
Oh my God! It's beautiful.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Be careful when you hold it by the snake handles. They are a little bit sensitive, and we
when
don't
she
want that to
first
fall.
grabbed it out there, she was like, it's not a port key, is it?
Yeah, I'm like, this will not lead to my death, will it?
No, you're safe.
You guys are awesome. Congratulations. Thanks for being here. We hope you had fun. All right, and there it is again, folks. We've done it. We'll have to come up with some other. If you have any suggestions of some good topics for Battle of the Self-Proclaimed Experts, let us know. We'll certainly take those into consideration. There's loads of things that we can go to in the worlds of entertainment and sports and history and whatever it may be.
And some of these things are so voluminous, you could, at some point, you may have to, Steph, defend your classification as the champion of all champions.
Yeah, you never know.
It's so big. There's so much to hit upon.
Yeah.
I did mean to mention this earlier, but we're going to also award Steph and Lauren passes to the Harry Potter exhibition that's coming to the Franklin Institute next year. So they haven't announced the official dates for that yet, but it'll be at some point in 2022. It's the world premiere. It's going to happen right here in Philadelphia at the Franklin Institute. The Harry Potter the exhibition coming to Philly in early 2022.
Excellent, and thank you to Eva Josines for the Tri-Wizard Cup that we had. She fired it in her own kiln, made it from scratch. It's beautiful, and now Steph is the proud owner of that. So nice, excellent, great work, everybody. We're going to take a break. We'll come back in just a moment. Make sure you stay with us. We will return shortly.
Preston and Steve
on 93.3 WMMR.
And I'm sure that I've probably had this happen before, too. I don't know if I've fallen in a dumpster, but maybe come close. But they accidentally put something in the trash can, took the trash bag out and threw it in, and then later on realized, I accidentally threw my medication away.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
we've all had that.
So you have to go get it.
Yeah.
You got to go get it.
Right.
So apparently she went, and she went to go get it, and it's hanging down low, and so there's like a side door on on their dumpster that you can open up. Okay, so she opens that up, I guess, and it's at the bottom and it's far down, and she's got to lean over and kind of bend halfway down to go, and as she leans forward, her body weight is too much over, and she goes tumbling in head first into the dumpster. Somehow or another broke her rib on the way in.
As you imagine, as she's raking over the edge,
that's what I was thinking.
It must have just pulled a rib up and snapped it.
Probably what happened, and I was like, okay, are you just saying you have a broken rib, or did you actually go get it looked at and you have a broken rib? She says, yes, X-ray, it's a broken rib, or whatever. The doctor determined that it was a broken rib. Now, it's not one of those where you can have rib breaks that are debilitating, that are just you can't move. It's not that bad. So it was funny. We were able to laugh at this. It was funny. Yeah. And I'm sure other people have fallen in dumpsters or had something just as stupid happen. So I figured, you know what, that might be worth bringing
Sure,
up.
absolutely.
215-263-WMMR if you want to share.
I think in my top 5 things of grossest things that I have ever encountered, it is dumpster and or trash juice. I can't
the hell?
God.
Stand
What
it.
is that?
I don't know.
Dumpster juice and trash. So, Casey.
Oh, my God.
I used to work, and again, I hate to brag.
Oh, my God.
I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts. There's drinks and things, and all sorts of magical things that are in that. But when that dumpster would turn, there'd be things that would come out like that just formed because of the humidity or whatever it is.
Jesus.
And that was the most pungent, piercing smell came from the liquid.
And I don't think
it's like dumpster soup.
In Star Wars A New Hope, I don't think that scene where they're in the trash
Too
chute-
pleasant.
Right?
Too pleasant.
Yeah. Like,
you have
nobody's
an
like, oh my
entire
God,
Death Star full of people.
Right.
You don't know what half those species do and what they crap.
It's
So
all a
much
bunch
so
of,
that-
It's just a bunch of metal and stuff in there.
No, if
But
only.
there's juice.
If only.
But they're swimming in dumpster juice,
Yeah.
and nobody's like, oh my God, it stinks.
You know, would have been a perfect way for them to introduce what the future of tampons might look like.
Right.
Oh God, Preston, and that just that big dumpster and your poor sister.
Yes.
going
I didn't get a chance to ask her
into it.
how she got out of there, too. Did you guys ever live in an apartment that had a dumpster where you would have to go and throw your trash? And sometimes, they wouldn't come and pick it up, and it would just be stuff piling all over the place. But I remember, having to get root around in there before. I can't remember what specifically for, but
The one I think, when we were on Y100, I lived in and you remember, it was a Russian efficiency apartment. It was worse than a Russian efficiency apartment. And so the dumpster behind those apartments was so horrible and such a collection of rotting garbage that I used to, like, as if I was doing an Olympic hammer throw, I would swing it around and try to launch it in, because if you got anywhere near it, you would vomit.
Dude.
So it's always a no man land.
And if you end up getting like part of the bag caught on that little weird handle thing and it would like rip it open. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, hang on. I want to go to George. Not quite a dumpster, but I got to hear this. Hey, George, good morning. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do that again. George, now we can hear you. Go ahead.
How's it going?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Back when I was in high school, like 22 years ago, we used to kick the hacky sack around at lunchtime outside the lunchroom.
All right.
And one day we were doing that, and the hacky sack went up on the roof, and there was an outside school freezer by the lunchroom with a 55-gallon drum full of excess kitchen grease in it.
Oh, God.
With a lid on it. So I went to jump on top of the barrel to get up on top of the freezer to go on the roof, and the barrel gave out, and I went waist deep in the
God.
Into grease?
Kitchen grease, yeah.
Kitchen grease. Used kitchen grease.
God.
Yeah, in the middle of the school day, my principal came out and he goes, "There's a write-up for being in an unauthorized area, but I don't know about a write-up for smelling unsanitary."
Jeez. Nasty. So, okay, so you're a mess, dude. What did you do? How did you get cleaned off? Did you have to go to the locker room and get in the showers?
Actually, believe it or not, I live here in Glassboro, New Jersey, and so Glassboro High School is right next to Rowan University, and I lived on the other side, so my principal allowed me to walk home, so I had to walk home through the middle of the university.
So you kind of slithered home.
Wait a second. You're smelling like food, and you're walking around like, were you attacked by packs of wild dogs or what? I mean, you're out with this stink wafting off of you.
No, it was just rank, especially when my friend's girlfriend reached in her purse and started spraying me with a bunch of different perfumes on top of it.
Yeah. Hey, where'd George go? I don't know. Just follow the trail, and you'll be able to track him down later on.
Jesus.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
man.
thanks, George.
Steve, I know you love bragging about Dunkin' Donuts. And
I know. I hate to do it.
Well, no, it's okay.
Not everyone has had that opportunity.
Are you going to one-up him with McDonald's?
I'm going to sympathize. We're the same team, really. But, so when I worked at McDonald's, there were actually two dumpsters. And one of the dumpsters was normal trash in case that dumpster juice would end up in there. And then there was the grease dumpster.
Ooh.
And you would have to take out the used grease from the fryers. And for whatever reason,
90s throwback, 93.3 WMMR Space Hog. In the meantime, 17 minutes after 10, and we are the Preston and Steve Show, back in our home in Bella Cynwyd. From that wonderful week we spent in South Philadelphia next to the Xfinity Mobile Arena, Camp Out for Hunger. Thanks to everybody who was a part of that. Waiting on totals from that tomorrow morning. Thought we would have them today. It's kind of part of the reason why we take Mondays off after Camp Out now is so that we can come back with some totals. But the good news is
they've got a lot of counting to do, and that bodes well. And we're hoping for good things, and we will find out tomorrow morning all together when we reveal the details to you. So, and then we'll run a more official thank you down the list.
Yes.
I think of people who were involved in that.
I don't know why I yelled.
And especially you who were there too. So thanks for a part of that. Or if you contributed online or in any way, shape, or form lent your help to the event. We have a lesson question, and we're going to give away as a prize pair of tickets to the Big 5 Classic Saturday, December 6th at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Temple, Villanova, LaSalle, St. Joe's, Penn, and Drexel battling it out. And the question we have to ask is, where would you find the gentleman's club known as the Gash Hut? 610-660-9333.
Yeah.
Do you know where you'll find the gentleman's club known as the Gash Hut? If you do, then that'll prove you were listening around 7:43 this morning. Let's see if you know that. Call now. While you're calling, we'll get into the trash.
The trash business is a gold mine.
93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
Brought to you by United Tire Service. Buy 2 or more tires and get $50 off of any other service to get you where you need to be this holiday season. United Tire and Service. Don't drive alone. Drive United. UnitedTire.com. What's going on this morning, Steve?
Well, Preston, Sarah Jessica Parker will be the recipient of the Carol Burnett Award during the 2026 Golden Globes telecast. Parker responded saying she has never been one to make hay over her career, preferring to eat it instead. Simone Biles getting candid about 3 recent plastic surgeries she has had, saying 2 of them are virtually unnoticeable. Apparently, the one that is very noticeable is a new throat vagina.
Whoa.
It doesn't stand out, yeah.
My God.
And finally, Jake Paul will face former heavyweight champ Anthony Joshua in a Netflix bout scheduled for December 19th. Joshua represents a departure for Paul in that he's the first opponent who was born after the invention of color television. That's a Hollywood Trash.
Looking for an answer to the question, and we need to know where you will find the gentleman's club known as the Gash Hut. 610-660-9333, and we will go to Joe, see if we can get a correct answer. Joe, good morning, it.
Good morning, it guys.
All right, Joe, do you know where you'll find the Gash Hut?
That would be in Souderton.
Hang on, Joe. If it's there, I haven't found it yet.
You know the one in Harleysville, which is the...
that's Cloud 9.
Cloud 9.
Yeah. All right, so hang on, Joe. We're going to set you up, bud. You just got yourself a pair of tickets to the Big 5 Classic Saturday, December 6th at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. You can see Temple, Villanova, LaSalle, St. Joe's, Penn, and Drexel battle it out in one epic city basketball showcase. Visit xfinitymobilearena.com/Big 5 Classic to get your tickets.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Brought to you by Worldwide Stereo. Want to see a grown man cry? Toss your old TV and surprise your football lover with a real home theater this holiday from Worldwide Stereo. Montgomeryville, Wayne, and worldwidestereo.com, making holidays more fun since 1979. Post Malone is going to have some company performing at halftime during Thanksgiving Day NFL games. Jack White and Lil Jon will join Malone in headlining the 3 NFL Thanksgiving Day halftime shows on November 27th.
If I were an up-and-coming artist, I would name myself Pre-Malone.
Pre-Malone.
You would have the opportunity for a great double bill, and Post would probably take notice of you.
That's a good point, yeah.
Pre and Post Malone.
So question, I don't watch football on Thanksgiving Day. How long have halftime shows been a part of the games?
Last few years.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a little much. It's a bit much.
Okay.
It's unnecessary, but Thanksgiving Day games are, I mean, it's tradition.
Legend.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm curious about is like their production level. I mean, it's not Super Bowl production level, is it?
It's getting there. It's
Wow.
getting there.
They do the can drop.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
You remember the one last year with Dolly Parton?
I do. Yeah.
She was dressed as a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, and she looked like $1 million. And it was because the Cowboys almost always, Casey, I think, have
Always,
a home
yeah.
game.
It's Cowboys and Lions always have one, and then they've added a night game, which I like because I like football on Sundays, and or on Thanksgiving. So, and then they also, because there was a big Christmas Day game last year, and there was a big old
I remember that
show. I think it was like maybe Beyonce.
Yeah, they're overshowing it, aren't they?
Well, listen, I just want them to play football, right?
Yeah.
And, halftimes are supposed to be 15 minutes long. And when you add a show like that, it just adds more time to it. And I just want to watch the football.
Huh.
So Post Malone will perform during the Dallas Cowboys versus Kansas City Chiefs game at AT&T Stadium in Texas. The Texas native announced the news with a video showing himself in Cowboys gear driving a semi-truck into Dallas, saying that he grew up as a Cowboys fan. And it's an honor to be a part of the show.
I hated that guy.
Jack White will headline the Detroit Lions versus Green Bay Packers halftime show at Ford Field in his hometown of Detroit. Fellow Detroiter Eminem and his manager Paul Rosenberg will executive produce the halftime event as part of a multi-year partnership with the Lions through 2027.
Josh Groban doing anything?
I don't know, but Lil Jon is. He'll be.
Raise me up. Shut the f*** up.
He will be executive. I'm sorry, not that. I already covered that. Lil Jon will perform during the Baltimore Ravens versus Cincinnati Bengals game at M&T Bank Stadium. And he'll also appear at Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City earlier that day.
I was thinking about the parades, and I'm wondering if we'll ever get a shot at it again.
The 6 ABC parade, because we got rained on.
I loved it. It was great.
I doubt it. I doubt we'll get another shot at it. It would have been. It would be nice to have decent weather to have experienced that, but
it was still a blast.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy wants Glenn Powell to direct their next music video after the actor showed a homemade Fall Out Boy video that he made as a teenager during his Saturday Night Live hosting debut. During the monologue, he talked about how he didn't come out of nowhere and showed footage from when he was younger making his own films. And he shared a clip of a music video that he made for Fall Out Boy's song Sugar We're Going Down when he was a teen. The band saw the footage and they responded on social media the next day, posting a clip and asking if he would want to direct their next music video.
It was a very funny segment. And he also talked about Preston during that same monologue that he initially found out that he was going to be hosting SNL. This is, I guess, is when COVID was starting or wherever there was a delay. But when he first found out, he told his family, and a UPS guy happened to be dropping off a package. He said, "What's everyone so excited for?" And he said, "I'm going to be hosting SNL." And so they took a picture. And he says, for all those years, he thinks this guy's been walking around thinking he's a liar. So he found the UPS guy and flew him out to be in the audience and his guest for SNL.
That's great.
To prove that he was telling the truth.
Fans flooded the comments with support for the idea, and people were saying that they need to see that collaboration happen. Disturbed frontman David Draymond married his fiancée, Sarah Uli, on Sunday at the outdoor ceremony in Florida. Draymond shared photos from the wedding on social media, thanking everyone who was part of the day. Sarah also posted pictures writing that she married her best friend and that it was the best day ever. He had proposed to Sarah on stage during a Disturbed concert in Sacramento back in May, getting down on one knee before the band played The Light. And he went public with his relationship with Sarah in January of 2024. Less than a year after announcing he had split from his wife. He finalized his divorce in April 2023 after 11 years of marriage. So
it's over between us. Will you marry me?
Yeah, totally.
Excuse me.
Youngblood is taking a break from the road for the remainder of 2025. On Sunday, the 28-year-old British singer took to social media to announce that his doctor had ordered him to cancel all of his concerts for the rest of the year.
Man.
He wrote on Instagram, this week when I got home off of the road and went to have some tests done like I usually do, and my voice and blood tests have raised some concerns. He said, it is my nature to run and run until I run myself into the ground without giving an F about anything apart from the music and you guys. But this time I've been told that I have to take it seriously and I can't F around. The canceled shows from his Idols World Tour include stops right here in Philadelphia tomorrow night.
Of course.
Been canceled. And they had already postponed that other show.
Yeah.
Also, Cleveland and Washington, D.C., as well as dates in Mexico City and other locations across Latin America.
This sort of kills me. If we could move a drum kit over there for you and I brought my accordion, you want to do a make good on that?
Some kind of, at least give them some form of entertainment. Youngblood noted as tomorrow night. that all U.S. tickets will be refunded, and fans who provide an address will receive a gift. He said, my heart is broken. I don't want to do any lasting damage to myself. We are on a journey that I want to last forever, and I understand that some of you would be frustrated. I just want you to know this is so hard for me to do, but I promise I'll make it up to you.
You know what? I believe him.
You believe him?
I believe him.
All right.
Youngblood's right.
Yeah.
And then, finally, a newly restored 9-episode version of the Beatles anthology is coming to Disney Plus as a 3-night streaming event starting next Wednesday.
Wow.
Originally released in 1995, the landmark project featured new interviews with Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and George Harrison, plus archival clips from John Lennon. The updated edition expands the original 8 episodes to 9 and adds previously unreleased footage of the surviving Beatles assembling.
Watch us tonight after the A-Team.
Assembling the anthology. He did a promo for that?
Yeah, he did.
Wow. Disney Plus.
Just before the Hogan family, right after the A-Team. Hey, Paul, which one would you be?
I'd be Face.
Disney Plus will release 3 episodes per day from November 26th to the 28th. A trailer for the series is out now. Looking forward to seeing that. I really loved Anthology when it first came out. Over the weekend, I was on Instagram and I saw video footage of the Beatles playing, and it was a clip I'd never seen before. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is AI, man.
Oh, really? Was it?
It was AI because Ringo was playing his ride cymbal, and the cymbal was not moving at all.
There you
And
go.
I was like, God
liars.
Damn it, man.
Yeah.
I hate that that's happening. I really dislike that that's happening. So, yeah, you know,
Liar,
John.
Liar, and you know it. You're a liar and a whore and a liar. That's right. And she knows it, John.
And I went on and commented on it, too.
Did you?
Yeah. Which is something I normally don't do. I said clearly this is AI, and I pointed out. I'm like, look at this part right here. This is stupid.
But keep doing that. Make sure people know.
Yeah,
get the word out.
But the problem was, I went through at least 20 of the top comments. Not one of them had mentioned it at all. So which just means, and there were it had thousands of likes on it. I'm like, all these people bought it. Or the overwhelming majority did.
So I'm at least I'm happy in seeing that when I see a lot of stuff and I can peg it out pretty quickly. I'm seeing other people comment, getting savvier to what's going on, and they're getting hip.
A lot of people don't.
Right after the A-Team.
Yep.
There are 4 members of the A-Team, and there are 4 Beatles.
It could fit.
I don't think that's a coincidence.
Who would Ringo be? B.A. Baracus?
Well, he's got the beard, right? Now he has the beard.
Well, now he has a beard,
Yeah.
so yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Anyway,
Let's break into discussion.
yeah, we'll get back to it. We'll take a break, and on the other side, we'll talk about
We'll
it.
talk about it at that Michelin event tonight.
We have a couple of spots left for the Great American Smokeout. If you're interested in joining us Thursday morning with Dr. Rosenberg, Dr. Rosenpenis, here at the studios at 8 a.m., a call only if you can make it, 610-660-9333. You want to get rid of the vape, you want to get rid of the cigarettes, your tobacco out of your life, let's hear from you. The Great American Smokeout, we've done this for the past several years. And if you call right now, 610-660-9333, we will see if we have room for you or not. Oh, my God.
Jeez.
You have to be able to be here on Thursday, so just a heads up on that. We'll come back in just a moment. Stay with us.
Regulated in that probably had some alien life in there. I don't know what the hell that it was, but
it became sentient at that point.
Yeah, it was, and it was a different level of gross than the other dumpster. They were both disgusting.
Yeah.
Very disgusting and smelling. I have had once or twice where I almost fell in. You got to watch it. The revelation of the side door entrance on a dumpster, I don't think it may not have existed during that my time with dumpsters.
But that only works for so long because then the trash will just fall out.
If the trash is up above
Right.
it means nothing.
So my friend Brian just sent me this video that I don't think I want to watch it. Have you guys ever seen a video of a Louisville woman drinking trash juice?
No.
Okay.
But that's about right.
Do you guys want to watch that?
No.
Okay. I don't think
Really? Well, I don't know why.
Is that woman Halle Berry?
She's doing it, but oh my God.
You know what, though? That teetering, like when you have your body weight, and you're like, I think I can do it. I think I can.
Yes.
And then you're like, nope. Can't
Yeah,
do
just a
it.
little bit further I can reach. I'm almost got it, and then you're in. Nick, what was the Wikipedia page you had pulled up? What was that?
There's a term for that liquid. and it's called leachate. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Leche. Oh, Trace
Ooh,
leachate.
this is going to be exotic.
Yeah, Casey, when there's 3 dumpsters, it's trace leachate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, LEACHATE, and that's the name of the liquid that
it
collects.
It is any liquid that, in the course of passing through matter, extracts soluble or suspended solids or any other component of the material through which it has passed.
So, so the liquid, as it descends through the garbage, is so the garbage is basically serving as like a large, horrible coffee filter.
Yeah, it is most commonly used in the context of landfilling of putrescribe.
Oh,
What is
putra.
it? Putrescrible or industrial waste.
Do you get that in your regular garbage cans? I do.
Occasionally.
And I'll have to wash them out.
Yeah.
I mainly get it when we are like when we host like at our school
Garbage can night?
No, like bag bingo or trivia night or whatever.
all right.
One of these, these social events at the end of the evening after everybody leaves, or we have to throw out the trash, and there's always just a trail of trash juice sludge, and it's just gnarly.
Do you know what's the
And
worst?
then all that collects in the dumpster.
When you're taking it out of the house, right? You're taking it out of the house, out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And somehow it's permeated, and you have that trail that you've walked all the way out of the house.
Yeah.
And it's a nightmare. And
But
it's
generally,
a stink trail.
Generally, think a general rule in my house is you don't dump liquids into the trash. Anything that is liquidish goes into the sink, so that way we don't get a ton of so that doesn't happen all
Trash
that much.
juice.
Yeah.
Let me go to Ryan. Ryan, good morning.
Hey, mister.
Hey, mister. What's up, Ryan?
Not much. So a couple times at my work now, I've been at this job for like 20 years, and I've accidentally thrown a money bag into the dumpster.
A money bag?
Yes.
Okay.
So I fill vending machines, so collecting the money and mixing it in with some waste sometimes.
Yeah.
And had to dig through the dumpster for it a little bit. And one time for a pair of keys, too, from my brother-in-law.
Well, the money bag, I think, wins. There's certain like I'm reminded of the Lenny Dykstra story. He had how expensive were his dentures that went in there? There were many thousands of dollars. At a certain point, you can teeter on the line of the hell, I'm not going in there for that. But that's a point at which you have to say, "Oh no, I'm going in."
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan. By the way, did you have to go deep down it? Did you wait a while before you realized, or was it fairly short after you actually?
I had to root around a little bit once or twice.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty good. And then one time, Nick, I was trying to dump the grease into the grease trap at one of my old jobs, and as I slid the bucket up from all the splatter on the edge of the grease trap, the whole bucket, 5-gallon jug, slid back down and sloshed all over my shirt.
5 gallons of slop.
Oh, disgusting.
Wow. You should have quit that day. Like that's it. Walk
No.
out.
Yeah.
Next job.
That was too easy. You needed to jump off a high rise.
Set yourself on fire.
I'm done living.
Thanks,
All
Ryan.
right, guys, see you later, guys.
All right, we'll see ya.
That's why, when we did the dumpster pool out in the back, it was
It was clean,
It was
right?
a
Brand
brand new
Yes.
dumpster that
Dumpster.
never had any trash in it whatsoever.
No.
And it was lined too.
And it was lined.
Yeah, so yeah. All right, we got. I'm sure there's lots of trash guys listening. Sean's one of the trash guys. He's loading up some stuff right now. Hey, Sean, how you doing?
Good morning, Preston. How are you?
Good morning, man. We're doing well. So you can weigh in on trash juice.
Oh yeah, Casey would love what I'm doing right now. I sit in a machine all day, and in front of me they dump the dumpsters that come from all over the place, restaurants, all over. Any dumpster that's at an apartment complex,
Right.
everything comes here. All the wet stuff, I take it and load it into the tractor trailers all day long. That's what I watch. Is stuff being dumped it out. I take it and load it into trucks, and it's disgusting. Casey, you would get sick.
What's it smell like?
Well, you only smell it when you get out of the machine. The machines that we have in here have filters in them where it stops the smell from coming in the machine.
Oh, good,
They're
good.
brand new. But if you get out, I've seen many guys get out that are brand new that just can't take it and start vomiting right then.
Sean, you're an expert here. Is it possible that if you haven't thrown liquid into a dumpster, does it still create a juice anyway? Do you
it depends on the weather and what people are putting in the garbage. A lot of people that throw stuff in dumpsters throw things that aren't supposed to be in there.
Right.
So that's covered up a lot. But no, we get dumpsters that come here, cans that are dry. But with the weather, and with the rain and the snow and people throwing, say somebody throws a half a gallon of something that still has liquid in it.
Yeah.
When we pick it up, it's going to crush and it's going to leak out all over the place.
Dude.
So,
Yeah, thank God they have air filters for you, man.
Thanks, Sean.
You got that right, guys. Thanks, man.
See you, buddy.
Down the shore, they have, and it happens all day long. On the beach, they have, garbage cans and recycling cans, and they have a truck, this cool little truck that goes up and down the beach, and it will empty.
I love those things.
But it lifts it over where the driver sit.
Right.
It doesn't lift from the side. So I wonder how often
does it? Well, it's got to be. Yeah, the first guy who had it go wrong would have said, "We need to fix this."
Hey, our intern Ben.
As you can imagine,
former intern Ben.
As you can imagine,
that's him. Yeah, is on the line. Hey Ben, how you doing, man?
I'm great, guys. How are you doing?
Doing great. So you have a dumpster story?
I do. So for what me and my dad do for work, we go in and out of a lot of supermarkets, and we have a handheld computer, and these things cost like $3,000 or $4,000 to replace if you lose it or break it.
Yeah.
And it accidentally got thrown into the trash compactor at a supermarket.
Oh no.
Oh God.
So we kind of weighed options, and it's like, is this worth it? So my dad is like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So he slides into the dumpster like a slide and grabs the thing. And then we had to get a stick and pull him back out of the dumpster.
Had to get a stick and pull. Somebody get a stick so we can get Dad.
Where's my dad's dumpster stick? So let me ask you, Ben, why didn't you go in?
Yeah.
I was probably too heavy, and he pulled back out.
Hey, did he find it?
Yeah, it was right on top. But, it's like, you're in a compactor. Someone hits that button by accident.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's nothing to mess around with.
If
that's instant death.
If you're talking about nightmare scenarios, we all have ways. No one wants to die in general, but you also sort of, list which ways would be least preferable to you. Mm-hmm. Trash compactor's way up there.
That's definitely one you don't want that you want to avoid.
My friends growing up.
All right, thanks, Ben. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right, see ya.
They actually had their trash can in their kitchen was a trash compactor.
Oh, mine was.
Yeah, we did too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right.
And then my dad would yell at us because no one would take the trash out, and we just keep compacting it.
Yeah, as far
so
as
nobody
you can
would go outside.
And we go down again.
You're gonna break it.
Push it any farther.
That's something I always wanted, a trash compactor.
We wouldn't put things like food or compostable things in there. It was more for,
empty milk cartons.
Yeah, stuff that wasn't that wasn't going to have a substance to
unwanted
it. I mean, it was
pets.
more,
Did you line it with a bag too or no? Do you remember?
We did, yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't a standard trash bag. Like they made them for the compactor.
Okay.
They were pretty durable.
Do you have a compactor and a food in the sink?
A
garbage
disposal.
Yeah.
Have one of those, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let me go to Mike. Hey, Mike, good morning.
Hey, on the next Chat Show, Biscuit, Triscuit, Tricycle.
Is that something from our show?
I mean,
I love it.
That's from way back. Jimmy Winklebum or whatever. You guys were talking about.
All right.
Is this Bill Weston? He's
Listen,
making up names.
I love it.
All right.
So confused right now.
What's up, Mike?
I want that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, so years ago when I lived in an apartment, I had to take the trash out to a dumpster.
First one back in the studio after a week away. And it feels so good to be back in our comfortable home away from home here in Ballackinwood. 10:41 on this Tuesday morning. We'll get the letter of the day in just a moment for a shorter word of the week. I would like to thank our guest. We had Gillian Anderson joining us in from London today. Monster Mania Con is coming up November 21st to the 23rd at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks. You go to monstermania.net. A lot of good names are on there, including Ralph Macchio and William Zabka and Michael Rooker and a whole bunch of good ones. Vincent D'Onofrio and Steve Morrison.
Yes.
We'll be there on Saturday,
We'll be
right?
hosting the cool charity auction, which is a big highlight. That's at 4 o'clock, and lots of cool genre stuff to pick up at a low cost.
Nice. And then we had Murr, James Murray of the Impractical Jokers. The Impractical Jerkers. That would be our group.
I watch that show, man.
Wow.
Yeah. You won't believe this show.
He is going to be at the Stress Factory Valley Forge Casino in King of Prussia on Thursday, 7 and 9 o'clock.
You're wasting a lot of energy, but that's where we're the impractical jerkers.
Impractical jerkers.
It's all right, man.
I'm still having trouble forming words. I'm working on it.
You grip that way, you're just wasting energy.
Yeah.
It's very impractical. Yeah, that's the title.
In any way, shape, or
It's
form.
not the efficient jerkers.
But anyway, it was nice to have Murr on. And it's nice to have Sarah Parker in our
Good morning,
How you doing,
everybody.
Sarah?
I'm good. I heard you guys talking about names earlier.
Yeah.
And I was curious if your parents ever made you aware of the other names that were under consideration for you when you were born.
Mine might have been Bart.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I never did find that out from my family. What about you? Did you?
I was without a name for like a solid day or so.
Yeah.
So it was up in the air, and I was almost an Eliza, which
Eliza.
freaks me out.
Oh,
that like
actually-
the flip of a coin could have.
Eliza would have worked, though.
You actually,
think so?
yeah. You look like
I think
you
of
could be-
Eliza
yeah.
Dushku.
I have such an attachment to my name that is kind of freaky. And if I had emerged a boy, Joseph was picked out for me. But then my parents had my brother a few years later and named him Nathan. That makes no sense to me.
All right.
Crazy.
It's just so odd.
Joseph, not a good idea.
No.
Not a good name. No, it's interesting. Rochelle could tell you the alternate names for our kids had they been born a different sex. Now, of course, I don't remember that stuff, which is terrible. But I never heard anything but Preston. That was the only one they considered.
Oh, right from the beginning. Yeah,
I think so.
I'm glad I ended up with Steve. I swear by it. It's on my
Preston and Bart
license.
doesnh have the same ring.
No, Preston and Bart.
Preston and Bart. Preston and Bart show.
Murgatroyd and Bert.
Wow.
The Impractical Jerkers.
That would be interesting. All right. Well, Sarah, are you here all week or just today, or do we know?
Just today, we're alternating for the next week or so. So I think Ray's going to be on tomorrow. I'll be back Thursday, Ryan Friday, something like that.
All right.
All right. Well, we should do the letter of the day. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
The Preston and Steve show is brought to you today by the letter
M as in magnificent.
All right, that sounds perfect. And we will give away, after we have all four letters on Friday, a $500 Nebraza gift card, and you can skip the stress for Thanksgiving. Nebraza Brazilian Steakhouse has your full holiday feast covered, roast turkey and all your favorites ready to go. Pre-order now. Make it a Thanksgiving to remember with Nebraza in Horsham and Center City, Philadelphia. Online at Nebraza.com. What will you be doing with the next few hours, Sarah?
Easing into the midweek, it is Double Shot Tuesday. So if you hear an artist you like, you want to fill in the double shot, you can call or text 610-660-9333. And I was made aware by Ryan that it is Kirk Hammett's birthday of Metallica. So we're trying to figure out what we can do to celebrate that.
Nice. All right, well, I want to thank our sponsors. The Preston and Steve Show has been brought to you today by Dunkin', and the Preston and Steve Show, of course, runs on Dunkin', and by Acme Markets, fresh foods, local flavors, and Monster Mania 65 coming to Oaks November 21st to the 23rd. Tomorrow on the program, we promise you camp out totals. Hopefully we'll have all of that, and we'll reveal that information. We'll check in with our friends at Fox Good Day. We have Kevin Ryan and H. Folly from Are You Garbage?
Yes.
They will be in our studio tomorrow.
Those guys are a lot of fun.
And Vincent D'Onofrio, we just mentioned he's going to be at Monster Mania Con, and so he will be checking in for a little conversation about that tomorrow as well. So that's it. We're done. Rage on. Have yourself a great day in the morning, friend. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.